DS, we are live, brother, on YouTube.
Aha,
How you feeling?
type shit. I feel pretty good, man. How are you?
I'm doing all right, man. I'm gonna go ahead and post this shit on Instagram so people that follow us know that we are live. You feel me?
Yes, God forbid. Lest they not know.
Right. That's what I'm saying. But we
Yep.
got a lot of nonsense and random shit to talk about today, and I'm excited.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I don't know how to do this, bro. I did it before where I was able to upload a thumbnail while we were live on StreamYard. You know what
I'm
I'm
trying to
saying?
upload a thumbnail into your bin.
I feel that. I respect it. I
Yeah,
respect it.
period. Period.
But I
Period.
gotta figure this. I gotta figure this out because I got a banger ass thumbnail that we gotta throw on here.
Oh, is my mic even on, bro? Hold on.
Yeah, you sound good.
Testing. I'm good.
You're good, brother. You
You got
sound
me
good.
loud and clear, babe.
Yeah.
I'm having a little cab, by the way. Cheers.
There we go. Shout out Cab. How do I do this shit, Dia? Whatever. We're gonna figure it out. But how you feeling, brother? How's your day been? I've been busy today.
Man, I literally have not stopped all day. Yeah, just running around like a madman. But when you hit me up, I was like, yeah, we got to do this. Got to hop on a little bit.
Yeah, it's been a
Give the
big day.
fans what they want. We're almost at 2,000 subscribers.
True. True.
If you're tuning in, I don't think anybody's tuning in yet. But if and when you do, hit that subscribe button.
Shout out. Yeah, so look, DS, I had a busy fucking day today. First and foremost, I hopped on with Bromo. Okay. Shout out
Yep,
Bromo.
I did see that. I watched that whole segment. You did very well. I enjoyed your commentary.
They were talking about racism in the MMA community, whether it's like who's more racist, essentially, white fans or black fans. And I was sitting there just watching that shit, and he mentioned Chris, he mentioned Dana Black, so I was like, you know what? I'm gonna message Dana Black. So I texted him, and I was like, they're fucking talking about you. And he's like, I'm glad my name's ringing bells in the MMA community. But yeah, they were having that conversation, and then they started getting to the conversation of like the unjustified on one side was saying it was unjustified, but the hate for Dagestani fighters. And I was like, okay, I gotta hop in on this because me and you were actually gonna fucking do a video about this very goddamn thing.
Yep.
And we didn't because we're lazy assholes. But
I was just waiting for
essentially,
you, but yeah.
like, you know, I got a lot of shit to say about that, and I know you do. And I'm almost done posting this on YouTube or on Instagram. So I'm ready to get into that conversation in a minute. Give me 1 second.
You saw I made a new Instagram though.
I did. They should the people follow you on that new Instagram?
I don't know. I was thinking about it, but then I got to start all the way from scratch. But like, it would have been nice if we did it from the beginning.
Right. Like separate, shout out our separate accounts kind of thing.
Yeah, but then you would have had so many more followers than I would, and then would have just been sad.
Right, I feel that. I respect it.
You know.
Shout
out Piva Beer Spot. Shout out Donor 97. If you find yourself in Lincoln Park, smart, go get you a little kebab. As I always say, brother, it ain't easy being cheesy. I'm out here fucking running 3 businesses and shit. So, but I always will make time. I always will make time until we're rich and famous, and then then we're good.
Yeah.
I'm also feeling a bit under the weather. So if you hear me sniffling a bit, my throat's honestly a little fucked up, but what are we gonna do? It's all good.
All we can do, brother. All right, DS, why don't you fucking fill me in on what you thought about Saturday night's main event, Islam Makhachev versus JDM. Let's do a little post-fight analysis on that. Obviously, I mean, we both picked Islam Makhachev, right? We both picked Valentina Shevchenko. So those fights played out in a way that we both knew they could, right? Maybe we didn't expect either fight to be boring, but I think they played out fucking boring. Give me your thoughts. We haven't talked too much about that.
Yeah, man. I mean, I think, first of all, I think I had higher hopes in terms of action, believe it or not, for the women's fight. I did. I really thought, I did think the size of Valentina is going to be a problem. And I know, Weili's, she's been really good in the grappling and the wrestling. She's looked so good, but she's not a big person, She's not a big lady. So, I mean, I expected that one to be a little bit more. Valentina's basically become a complete, pure counter fighter, right? She does not throw anything of her own up front. She's going to just wait for you to throw and she's going to counter, which is Man, it brings me back to something that you said to me not long ago, where it's like, okay, so you're on the rise, right? Like what's the pinnacle of the UFC? More than being a champion, right? It's being a fucking superstar, right? You look at who's the superstar of the superstars of all time in the UFC?
Conor.
Conor McGregor, of course.
Yeah.
What's the difference, right? It's that he was always fucking exciting on the way up, right? He was a yapper. So it's like you have exciting fights, you have exciting finishes, you're a yapper. All these things go into making you a superstar, right? Nowadays, and look, man, and I just want to say, like, half my family is Muslim. For the people that don't know, like, I just want to throw that out there. So if you feel like I'm talking shit about Muslim people, like, that's on you, you know. I mean, it's definitely a certain type of fighter from a certain region that we see doing this more than anything, right? And it's like, at least you have like a lot of Brazilian fighters, right? You look like a Prates, right? Like, I don't know. It's like you're on the way up, right? You're very exciting. You're an exciting fighter. You're getting finishes and all this stuff. And then it's kind of like Adesanya, right? Where it's like when he, like, towards the end of his reign as champion, Adesanya became a lot safer of a fighter, right? So I guess that first we have to ask ourselves, and I want to know what you think. Is that just the mentality? Is that just the mentality of like, is that just like the natural progression of the mentality of just like, okay, I have to become a superstar. I have to be exciting. I have to get to this point. Sometimes, as we know, especially with Dana White, you could be a really good fighter, aka look at Muhammad Makayev, yet you're not an exciting fighter, right? So you're not going to get promoted. You might even get cut, unfortunately.
Yeah.
That's one extreme, right? But then it's like, okay, so what happens when you get to the top, right? Like you just coast, not coast, but like you just lean on the safest possible way to win, right? Like the least common denominator, right? I don't know. I don't really have the answer to that. I want to get your thoughts on it too. As far as the Islam and JDM fight, man, look, it was boring as fuck. It was boring as fuck. Like, I don't give a fuck. And look, man, and some people might watch this and be like, oh, these guys are casuals, these guys are whatever, these guys are new fans and all this shit. I know that's not true. I mean, I've been a fan since the fucking days of Chuck Liddell and Rampage and all these guys, right? So
shout out Big Boars. Big Boars MMA in the chat, DS. Says Guru
What's
getting
up,
flamed by MMA Joey right now in his live. I know. I just came from Joey's live. It's kind of shitty. It's kind of a shitty situation for Guru. But
yeah, I mean, I don't know. Like, to me, like when MMA started to become what it was, right? Like in the original heyday of MMA, what was it about? It was about
the knockouts, right? It was Chuck Liddell, Tito Ortiz. It was
for sure. That's what, like, that when you think back, that's what we remember, right? And there's something to be said about that too. But for me, originally, it was like, oh, which martial art is the best, right?
Yeah.
You got boxer versus like, then there was like fucking very loose weight classes, and like, you know what I mean? Like, it was like, which martial art is the best? Which martial art is the most effective? How do they stack up against each other? It's not about that anymore, right? Every single fighter at the top is gonna be, for the most part, right? If you get to the tippy top, you got pretty good grappling, you got pretty good wrestling, like you've at least trained it, right? Like, we know everybody, like, it's not foreign to anybody, so it's not about that anymore. So what is it really about, right? Is it like who can hold who down for 25 minutes? Like, I don't know. Maybe there's a conversation to be had about maybe standing them up sooner, or I don't know, or like what is I've seen people going like, oh yeah, Islam was actively going for submissions. Do you feel that way?
I mean, yeah, he was going for him, but the thing was,
okay, Jack when you threw up a fucking, like, come on, bro, like, yeah, you're reaching for an arm, and like you're like, yeah, I'm gonna do a fucking shoulder crank. Like,
no, hear me out, DS. I mean, look, it's fair. I think it's fair to criticize both people, right? And it's fair to understand what they were doing, and it's fair to criticize them as well at the same time. And I think a lot of the MMA community is having trouble doing that. And maybe it's not just MMA; it's like all communities throughout fucking society. We see it in politics. We see it in everything. Some people are gonna fucking agree. Some people are gonna disagree. Can you blame Islam Makhachev for doing what he did? No. I mean, he went out there and it was super goddamn impressive what he did. He went and fucking wrestled. Dude, that's the world champion, Jack Della Maddalena. And Islam held him down and made him look like a child for 25 straight minutes. That's impressive.
Let me ask you this: Do you think the factor of it being him moving up a weight class, like how much did that affect the game plan? Did that affect how safe he fought? Do you think that had any impact on how he approached that fight?
No, I think Islam was trying to achieve this goal, right? This was a goal that he had set for himself. This was a dream that he's been talking about for a long time and that he's been working towards since he was a child. He wanted to be a double champ, so why fucking risk it? And I'm gonna talk more about that, yes. But real quick, I just want to address these people in the chat. Faceless, is that Elias, whatever. MMA Guru is a racist dick. The fame showed his true persona. MMA Joey all day. Shout out Joey, man. You know,
Joey. I mean, I think MMA Guru's been a racist dick the whole time. I don't think that's changed. Has that changed? I mean, he has openly called these, like, you know, the people from the Caucasus region like mountain dwellers and goat fuckers, and like, I mean.
That's his shtick, and that's his audience loves that shit, right?
He lives off the shock factor, right? Like, and then, like, let's be real, bro. The MMA fan is a certain type of guy, right? And I would say the most vocal, right? And maybe it's a vocal minority. I don't think it is. I just think you have like let's build your average MMA fan, right? What is it, like a 19-year-old white kid from fucking the Midwest, like, you know what I mean? Like, it's just like none of these people have been slapped in the face. They all hide behind a screen.
I just got DS. Hold 1 second, man. I don't know if I lost you there for a second. First of all, I got to go to Ray. Shout out Ray. Bro. I believe this is Ray in the chat. Says it's not impressive to hold another professional at the highest level on the ground, and they literally have no chance at getting up. No, that is very impressive.
No, Ray. It's impressive.
Yeah, I think it's, again, you have to. When it comes to Islam Makhachev, when it comes to Khamzat Chimaev, even when it comes to Valentina Shevchenko to a lower degree, I guess, because she's not as much a wrestler as those two are in general, even though
I don't know why that one pissed me off more, honestly. Like, I expected Islam to do it. The Valentina one pissed me off more.
So it's like, the point is, DS, it's all impressive. Like, those are world-class athletes that you're fighting. It's impressive to do that.
Dude, how good is Wei Li? Like,
you just got to juxtapose that with the fact that objectively, it's just not that entertaining, but we're going to get into that. Big Boars says Islam literally hit JDM with calf kicks. Essentially, that's what the striking in that fight was. Yeah. Faceless Elias or Elias, I don't know what the fuck the dude's name is. He got worse as his channel grew, guys. And that's just Guru, man. That's him and his fan base.
It did, but also because people start feeding into it, right? And it's like, now he's like, oh, this is my niche. This is what I need to do. This is what people have come to expect of me. Well, and this is the shit that blows up.
And also, you got to think about the fan base, right? I mean, it's like a perpetually online 16 to 25-year-old guy demographic. Most of them are going to be fucking incels, don't have friends.
That's what I was getting at. That's what I was getting at, bro.
And they're going to talk MMA. Like, MMA is very niche anyways. Nobody talks MMA. So you come online and talk about it. Shout out Drew. You fuck one goat and all of a sudden you're a goat fucker.
Right. Stop with the labels.
Big Boars MMA. Islam, in my opinion, did better than what Khamzat Khamzat did
that's
with
for
DDP.
sure.
Yeah, we were at the Khamzat DDP fight, and what a fucking card that was. And unfortunately, the main event didn't play out very fun.
I mean, it's just crazy to juxtapose like fucking spinning elbow knockout, a fucking another spinning elbow knockout, and then 25 minutes of laying on top of you.
And I don't know if Marlon Johnson thinks that we're MMA, Joey. We're not. We're just talking about what the fuck happened. He says, Guru wasn't talking about Palestine. I don't know what the fuck he was talking about.
Yeah, I don't know what you're talking
Genuinely,
about.
I don't know. Alias, again, MMA Joey is genuine. Guru on that Tommy Robinson bandwagon now. By the way, it's Alias, not Elias. Bro. I don't know, bro. I'm fucking dyslexic. I don't know what's going on. But
how can I read the fucking comments, too? Because I'm yapping over here and you're not listening.
Can you not see them?
No, where am I going to see them?
It pops up for you right there. You could just click comments on the top right.
Oh, my God. Okay. It was on private chat.
Yeah, come on now. And Islam beats Ilya all day.
That was some punk shit on my behalf. My bad.
Big time, dude. And you're supposed to be younger than me. Look, DS, here's the point that I wanted to get to.
Oh, my bad.
Here's the point that I was really trying to get to, and I wanted to talk about. We were gonna make a video about this when it comes to the hate on the Dagestani fighters. Now, there is a reason for it. First and foremost, is it real? Yeah, I mean it exists. Let's not fucking pretend.
The
hate for the Dagestani fighters. Of course it exists, right?
Yes.
That alone is very obvious. And the reasons for it are multi-layered. Some of it is ethnic, some of it is religious, some of it is the Conor McGregor Habib beef. Some of it is
I think that's a huge part of it.
Of course.
You said that earlier on when you hopped on with who'd you hop on with?
With Bromo.
Bromo, thank you. Yeah, I thought that was a fantastic point. I think that is like that drew a line. Like that created the original divide, right? And then that's when Guru hopped on and like was like, oh, like Connor fucking hilarious. These guys fucking, all the shit he was saying. But
yeah. I don't know what Max is talking about in the chat, brother. I'm sorry, I don't understand you. I don't know if you're coming at us, if you're with us, against us. I don't understand. Elaborate. Look, when it comes down to it, DS, like all that the hate is real. It's there. It exists for Muslim fighters. It exists for Dagestani fighters, kind of even more so than just Muslim fighters. But it's multifaceted, right? It's multi-layered as to why that happens. Again, though, what I want people to understand and take from this, and again, who the fuck am I? This is just I'm just a dude online talking about MMA, but this is my opinion. We need to understand that, number one, the hate comes from somewhere. It's also being reciprocated on both sides. And we have to, as a community, be able to understand when we are being biased. And there's nothing wrong with being biased. I get it, dog. Like, if you're from a certain country, you're going to like fighters from that country, especially if it's a smaller one. If you are of a certain ethnicity or a certain religion, I get it. By all means, root for that guy. I'm all for it. Again, I'm a huge Merab Dvalishvili fan. I'm not Georgian, but I am a Merab fan. And I understand that there are times when he's fucking boring, dude. He gets a lot of criticism for being boring. Yes, the first Peter Yan fight, boring as fuck. However, still dominant. I was happy because my guy won, but I understand that it was boring. We're having a lot of trouble with the I don't know if it's the Arab community, the Dagestani community, the Muslim community, but they won't take criticism on their fighters, and I don't think that's fair. Is Khamzat Chimaev amazing? Of course he is. Islam is the number one fighter on the roster. He's number one pound for pound for a reason. Deservedly so. He's the best. Khamzat might be 2 or 3. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah. But again, in a fucking nutshell, those last 2 performances from Khamzat and Islam were not entertaining. They were dominant, but not entertaining. And there's a big difference with that.
Man, can I make 3 points real quick?
Go for it.
So one thing to kind of piggyback off what you're saying. And again, I just want to preface, half my family's Muslim. Okay. So don't fucking come at my neck and just say I'm just hating. One thing that you cannot deny is that and as far as Islam goes, Islam, like not the guy, like the religion, right, will most blindly follow and support and back up and go hard for and all this shit a guy just for being Muslim. Do you agree with that?
100%.
Like, oh, mashallah, brother, inshallah. I get all, and that's great, but like, are we analyzing? Like, are we actually analyzing? Are we really talking about what's going on, or are we just like expressing our support? You know what I mean? Like, those are 2 very different things. The other thing too, like this sport specifically, it's a one-man sport, right? Like you're in there by yourself, and I feel like most of these people who are talking all this shit and who are saying all this shit have never trained, right? Have never fucking trained, have no idea what it means, what it goes into, have never been slapped in the face. So, and then also like when it's one guy, you like people get more attached, right? It's not like a whole team. Like it's one guy and you're like, I fucking love this guy. This is my guy. You picked them for whatever fucking reason it was. So you get even more emotional about it. And then the third thing is like literally everyone thinks they can fight, right? Even somebody who's never trained, who's never stepped into a ring, into an octagon, on a mat, everybody thinks they could do it because they're like, nah, like I could throw a punch. You know what I mean? Like the basics are very accessible to everybody. So that's why I think everybody has a fucking opinion.
Yeah. And then on top of it, DS, I think another thing that plays into that is the fan base, right? And a lot of criticism has been made of the fan base, which, by the way, us being guys that are online in the MMA space, by the way, like and subscribe, follow us on Instagram at the107MMA. Like, DS, we're tiny fish in this big ass ocean that is MMA social media, MMA, YouTube, whatever it is. And we get the fucking hate. You know what I'm saying? Like we get the fucking hate on it. So
you'll just repost something and they'll be like, you fucking you'll make a comment on somebody's post. Like,
right. You know, like
yeah, you fucking dumb bitch.
Right. And it's like, all right, bro, I'm sorry. I'm fat. I'm a fucking piece of shit.
I'm sorry. I fucking have a different opinion. Fuck's sake, dude. It's
and
insane.
Shout out Zach in the chat. As a fellow member of the LGBTQ, I feel we need more gay lesbians in the UFC. That's just me, though. Shout out the women fighters. There's a ton of them there for you, Zachary.
And Alias makes another good point. First of all, thanks for the love, brother. Take it easy. Yeah, I mean, MMA Guru is just a like, you know, like the shock DJs back in the, like, that's just what he is, right? He just goes, and look, I'm not saying he doesn't have some good takes and he's not educated on the sport. You can't say that he's not. But the shock value is like his whole shtick.
Yeah, of course. DS, he's appealing to a fucking fan base that loves that shit, and that's what I was getting to. Sorry for I lost my train of thought there reading the comments because I got Drew out here talking
lock
shit
in,
about
bro.
Rob.
Please lock in.
Look, what's going on is he's appealing to a fan base that, again, we can be, you know, like objective and subjective, whatever, about who it is. It's 16 to 24-year-old kids, right? Generally men, overwhelmingly men, 98% men, that are MMA fans. They don't fight, they don't train, they hop online. Most of them hop on burner accounts and talk shit in a space that's supposed to be a tough guy space, right? MMA, yeah. It's the toughest thing you can do. These men are literally going out there and fighting week in and week out. And
modern gladiators.
Exactly. And you get to sit there from your couch and talk shit and criticize them, and great. Do that. It's your right as a fan to be able to do that. But these kids are the easiest kids to manipulate. And they see a guy like the MMA Guru who is very goddamn entertaining. We've been watching him for years. And while I agree with some shit and disagree with some of the shit he says, he is entertaining. But they follow him and they get instantly hooked, and that becomes their character, right? They like to copy and emulate what they see on TV, or in this case, YouTube. So he does have his hands on the MMA community like big time. He controls the narrative a lot of times.
I would say more than anybody at this point.
Way more than Ariel Helwani. Like, the MMA Guru is probably the most influential person in MMA right now. And again, it bothers me in some ways, but in some ways I get it and it doesn't bother me. But it's got to be thrown out there. He leads what the narrative is. And at this point, he has a beef with the Muslim fan base, with the Dagestani fan base. So they're going to get it from him. You know what I mean?
Well, that's also engagement.
Of course. So he wants.
If you want him to die, ignore him. Like, you know what I mean? Like, all of that shit is engagement.
And then Joey, for what it's worth, and shout out MMA Joey. He might. I think he's still live, but Joey's been on our channel before. He's been on one of our live streams like this before. So we've talked to Joey a good amount. And yeah, Joey,
if you're watching and you we have not ever talked to MMA Guru. We've definitely talked to Joey plenty. Yeah.
Exactly. And the thing with MMA Joey is, and he hates that I say this, I brought up the term contrarian, and
I know he hates when you say that,
and he fucking hates the term contrarian. I coined that, by the way, and it's used everywhere now. So I'm gonna shout myself out for that. You did not make
the word contrarian.
No, but I coined it like for Joey. But anyways, he hates that term. But it's like, it's my belief that what he does is in direct like opposition to what the MMA Guru does. I think a lot of Joey's content, his fan base, is suited towards, you don't fuck with this guy, I've got the opposite for you.
You're saying the average MMA fan has an angel and a devil on their shoulder, and it's MMA Guru and Joey.
Essentially, whichever one you think is, the angel, and whichever one you think is the devil is up to you. But yeah, essentially, right? It's like Fox and fucking CNN or MSNBC. Like, if you don't like this channel, watch the other one. They're going to cater to you more. And we have that in this space, which is absolutely crazy that MMA has this. You know what I mean? This little small ass bubble niche of the internet that we're on. I just think it's wild. Guru said some outlandish shit, but that's his character. And of course, Joey clapped back. We knew he would.
I mean, it's kind of good content, if nothing else.
Yeah, and I didn't think that it would blow up the way that it did, but here they are. They're both on fucking live and talking about it, and it's absolutely wild. But yeah. Let's talk about the hate, Diaz. Again, that hate, I think we have to be able to say, I like this guy, I support him, I'm a fan of him, but that shit was boring. And credit to Islam, and Jack should have fucking done more if he wanted to win the fight. But
there's something to be said about that. Like, at least DDP, dude, he almost got a finish at the end. I don't know, like, how much people remember that shit. I don't know, he was putting some damage on this fucking guy. So
you're saying DDP was on Hamzat?
Yeah, DDP was doing some damage at the very end.
Right at the end when they stood up, he started throwing big, and he caught Hamzat with a punch.
All right, yeah. So give me that, bro. Give me fucking that, dude. Like, okay,
but why would you risk that, DS? Just to
What are
play
you
devil's
risking? You're
advocate.
fucking getting dominated like a little bitch.
No, I'm
Like,
saying if you're Hamzat Chimaev or you're if you're Hamzat Chimaev or if you're Valentina Shevchenko in that situation or you're Islam Makhachev, why should I give up my dominant position?
No. You're misunderstanding me right now. I'm saying as the guy being dominated.
Yeah.
Like
That you should risk it.
I just wanted to make a quick aside. Like, yeah, it was fucking boring, and we'll talk about the aggressor till the fucking cows come home. But I just want to say, like, JDM, like, throw, bro. You just got fucking dominated like a little. You got held down like somebody's little fucking baby sister. Okay, like your little baby brother, fucking like just like he did whatever he wanted with you. There's nothing you could do. You're fucking wriggling around. Like, throw, bro.
Yeah,
throw. Like, what do you have to lose at that point? Like as the round starts, just fucking throw.
Like, for example, there was a moment there where JDM, a lot of what happened in the Islam and JDM fight when it took place on the ground, which was the majority of the fight, was Islam was threatening a Darce or Islam was threatening an armbar at one point. He was threatening the submission, letting JDM know you have this way to go, but if you go this way, this is what's happening to you.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, but I'm just saying, as the round is starting, you start on your feet. Yeah. Fucking throw something, bro. Throw something violent.
100% I agree with you. And then even at that point, if you're in the 5th round, he's threatening Darce on you. You know, if I go into it, I'm 99% screwed. You already lost the fight. If that's your only way up, take it and hope you can fight through it, get up and start swinging, right? So more blame needs to be put on those guys, on the Jack Della Maddalena, on the Zhang Wei Li, on the Dricus Duplessis. Like, they need blame, but like, they lost. You know what I'm saying? They're taking their L at that point. They lost their belts for 2 of them.
It's damaging to them.
That's what I'm saying. On the other side, it's hard to like put yourself in that situation. Would you risk it? Like, why the fuck would I risk it? I'm up 4-0 or I'm up 3-1 or whatever the case is in any of the fights. I'm not going to risk it. But again, as a fan, you should be able to objectively say this shit is fucking boring and not get called a bigot or a fucking racist for thinking that.
Both things are true. Both
you know
things
what I mean? And 2 things can be true at once, and it's hard to fucking get that in this community, dog, because
I was just going to, like, it seems like those are the 2 sides when both are right. Like, both are right. Yes, it was impressive, and it's fucking boring. Now, and I think we're very clear on that, and I think we agree on that, obviously. What's the solution?
The solution is you got to do quicker stand-ups, man. I think
for sure that's the easiest solution.
There's clear things, right? Like when the Tom Aspinall eye poke situation happened a couple weeks back, a lot of fucking people, obviously, again, and we go back to Guru, we could thank him for this. The entire MMA community, or a big portion of it, is on the Tom Aspinall side over the John Jones side. A lot of that is his doing. But a lot of people were talking about, well, Cyril Gane's a dirty fucking fighter. Eye pokes, we need to take points immediately. First eye poke is a point deduction. The guy gets his 5 minutes and the other guy gets a point taken away from him. A lot of people were all for that, dog. So it's like you're okay with doing it in this instance. But then in this instance, they may not be. But what I think should happen is if you're in a position on the ground where you're the dominant person, you're on top, you're in full guard, you're in half guard, maybe even side control, like, again, and this will be like a referee's, like the referee, what he's seeing in that position.
Well, then there is that variance, though.
Right, but I'm saying
in referees.
Those 3 positions, DS, if you're not working towards a submission, if you're not working towards actual ground and pound, if you're not working towards an actual finish or advancing position, a quick warning, and then like a 20, 30-second stand-up. Like, no more of this just fucking laying on people. And again, it's ironic because I'm wearing the Merab Dvalishvili shirt. And how does he win his fights? The majority of them are with cage control, knees to the thigh. That shit's got to stop, bro. That's got to stop. That can't be a position that I can hold for 3-4 minutes. What bothers me is 3 fights before that, we saw Leon Edwards utilize a wrestling first approach in the first round, got dominant position, won the round against Carlos Prates. Then in the second round, the moment he had him up against the cage, they immediately broke it within like 15 seconds. So it's like you're doing that for Leon when he's not advancing, but you don't dare do that to Islam Makhachev or Hamzat Chimaev or Valentina Shevchenko in a main event title fight. And then, like, to the point you were saying earlier, Michael Morales and Carlos Prates are being told, if you want next for the title, you go out there and be impressive.
Yeah.
Whichever one of you guys has a more dominant finish, a better finish, a bigger highlight reel moment, you're going to get the title shot. And it's weird that in order to get to the title, you have to have those moments. But when you're at the title, you don't necessarily have to have those moments anymore. And it's
and you know what
accepted.
else? You know what else, Dino?
Hmm.
Both those guys will just like it'll be even worse than what we just saw.
Yeah, it'll be worse than JDM. They have nothing. They have nothing for Islam on the ground.
Especially Prates. Prates,
Prates will be a domination. Islam finishes him with a sub in the first round.
Yeah.
And then when it comes to Michael Morales, I think he gets wrestle fucked for 5 rounds, but he has the potential of landing a shot.
Yeah, he's big as fuck. So like it's that leverage is different when you're that fucking big. So I think that could pose some problems, especially like Islam just got to this weight class, and I'm saying
still just not interested in it, DS.
No, neither am I, and I'm not saying. I'm just saying like in theory, theoretically, right? Like let's play the game. Islam just got to the weight class. I don't think he's particularly small for the weight class. He was an absolute weight bully at 155, but like this guy's at the tippy top in terms of size at the weight class, right? So I think, like you said, he'll last 5 rounds, but he should, but he'll fucking lose, right? So
shout out Big Boars in the chat. He's saying stand the fighters up. They let Usman control Buckley for a long period of time with no damage. And he's saying Pat Sabatini did it too. I don't think Pat Sabatini did it as much this time, but yeah, he's one of those guys. He's a ground control guy in general.
He doesn't get as much hate because he's not Dagestani, though.
Right. He's not Dagestani. He's also on the prelims, right?
Yeah.
But that leads me to another point, DS, and we were having this
conversation. 3 rounds,
instead of 5.
You don't have to watch it for fucking 40 minutes.
And the fight doesn't mean as much. There's less eyes on it and all of that. But this leads me to another point that me and you were talking about the other day, which is it's weird, right? Because you take a guy like what's the heavyweight that they cut? Martin Boudet, right?
Yeah.
They cut Martin Boudet, 7-1 in the UFC. Why did they cut him? Because he was
That's
boring.
so crazy.
Muhammad Makayev, I don't know that it was so much about being boring. But
no, he had some other,
he had some issues, but a lot of it was put on the fact that he is boring, right? And then every Tuesday night over the summer, we watched the Contender Series. And if you did what fucking Islam or Hamzat or Valentina did, you're not only
not getting a contract. You're not only not getting a contract. Dana's going to air you out.
That's it. That's not what we do on Tuesday nights. Like, okay, you don't do that on Tuesday nights, but we fucking do it on pay-per-view Saturday.
At the pinnacle of the sport, we do that.
A fucking pay-per-view Saturday, double champ fights, like that's hypocrisy. You know what I'm saying?
Also, Dino, do you like? I feel like the refs are more sensitive to it. Like the refs are less likely to stand them up.
And you talk about like the superstars.
Yeah, like in a championship fight, they're going to be less likely to stand them up. Like,
of course, because all the shitstorm that comes with that. Mark Goddard pulls the trigger too quick, or Herb Dean pulls the trigger too quick, and they get crucified online for it. You know what I mean? So imagine you just fucked up Islam Makhachev's ground control. He gets up and gets chinned. Like, oh my God, Mark Goddard.
Could you imagine?
Like, dude, you are done. You are done. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then G Classic Music.
I just want to say you made a whole ass video hating on Mark Goddard once. So
fuck Mark Goddard. G Classic Music in the chat. What up? Says LOL. Not when Dana's getting that Arab money, and that fucking plays a huge part into it too. Like you're not.
You know what? I'm so fucking glad you mentioned that because that's one thing that we didn't really touch on. That's a huge factor, bro.
That's a massive factor in this whole Dagestani Muslim hate thing that's been going on in MMA, right? Like
G Classic, absolutely well said. 1,000,000%.
You know,
1,000,000%. That's a factor, bro. Like
1,000.
Like just like and don't get me started if it's a card in that region.
You know I hate themed cards, and that's what we're getting this week. Like the irony.
Don't you dare try to go to decision over there. You know what I mean? Like if you're an American or a Brazilian, like
the fucking irony that we're getting after all this shit that just happened and this MMA Joey and MMA Guru beef being about race and religion, and then our next card is in fucking Qatar. This Saturday morning, get your ass up at 9 a.m. Central, drink coffee, and watch Shamil Gaziev, who's now, by the way, on short notice fighting Waldo Cortez Acosta, which is fucking crazy that he gets a top 5 ranked guy on 3 days notice across the world. But I digress. People say there is no
those guys. I just want to say that I really fucking hate both those guys.
People say there is no bias, that there is no like favorable matchmaking. Like it's there. It's not necessarily, you know, it's not for everyone. And I'm not saying every Muslim fighter has that bias towards them. But the UFC is going to matchmake favorably. They're going to set things up favorably when it suits them. and it
And
suits them
especially
way more
like
than
if
anything.
like especially when it's like, oh, like there's a couple fights that could make sense. You know what I mean? Like,
Right.
yeah,
Exactly. Waldo is more active than Tom Aspinall. Of course he is. Of course he is. And DS right here. If you guys don't know, if you're new to the channel, me
oh
and
god,
DS, that's the biggest thing we disagree on. I'm a John Jones glazer. I like to consider you a Tom Aspinall glazer, even though I don't
I'm
think you
not a
would
Tom
say that.
Aspinall glazer, bro. I'm
I don't
just
think you'd say that.
realistic. Don't get me
So,
started.
it is what it is. Tom Aspinall needs to figure it out. Clean bill of health. Shout out
Chill.
MMA
He's
Joey.
he's
That's what he said.
blind still, brother. He's still
How?
blind.
How? Come on now.
Final,
Come
final.
on now. Let's
He
stop
broke
with
it.
that.
He
He
broke
could
his
see.
back. Final.
He could fucking see. But yeah, look, I just wanted to hop on and talk about that. If there's anything else you want to fucking talk about, DS, let's talk about it. We got a lot of people in the chat, so if you guys are enjoying, like and subscribe. It would mean the world to us. We're trying to get to 2K by the
Get
end of
us
the
to 2K, man. I'm trying to get out the hood, brother.
year. You're in the hood right now.
I mean, yeah, a
That
little bit.
nice ass background. What is that? Is that a Van Gogh in the background? What do you got?
Armand versus Hooker, Big Boy's asking about.
Yeah, I mean, logically, you have to go with Arman. You know what I mean? Like, and we're gonna do a breakdown tomorrow of the entire card. I know it's a little late, but we've had like a fucked up busy week. I mean, Arman Sarukian, right? I think the grappling is gonna be too much for Dan Hooker. But Dan Hooker, man, that guy brawls. You know what I'm saying? And he could turn this into an ugly fight. I think, as weird as it sounds, I do think Arman wins, but Hooker's more of a dog than Arman Sarukian.
Yeah, I will also say though, Arman is not. I don't see Arman just like wrestle fucking Dan Hooker.
I do.
Really?
Yeah, because why not? That's what's hot right now. Remember, we had the calf
That
kicks
is
after
what's hot.
Connor got hurt. And
I don't
now,
know. I just maybe I'm just being hopeful, bro. I like Arman's got some skills on the feet. Let me see it.
let's see what Imagine Me in the chat. Yo, guys, my fiance just broke up with me. Life is precious and short and full of ups and downs.
Damn, bro.
And I pray y'all have great, blessed days. You too, brother.
Damn,
I pray
man.
for you, and I'm sorry to
Fuck,
fucking
dude.
hear that. If you need someone to talk to, V107 MMA on Instagram, brother. Shoot us a DM.
Yeah, at D107 MMA on Instagram. Happy to chat. Happy to chat, bro.
Dan sucks, according to Simon Feck.
I know it seems like your life is over right now. It's not, brother. It's not. There's plenty of fish in the sea, and hit the gym. Hit the gym. Maybe hop on a cycle. Hop on a couple SARMs or something. Just get your body right, get your mind right, brother. Get back out there. You got this.
What a beautiful message from V107 MMA's DS. Daniel Joseph, after 322, I came to appreciate Ilya. Elaborate on that for me, please. Are you saying he's way more exciting than Islam? Because I mean, that can't be argued.
Well, if nothing else, he's a fighter from the Caucasus, and he is exciting as fuck, and he's got hands.
Yep. The Ghost says, "What about Ilya Islam?" Look, I think at 155, it's a super goddamn intriguing fight and a clash of styles. And Ilya may have the grappling to deal with Islam's grappling. Maybe. That's a tough call at 155. At 170, Ilya gets fucking mauled.
Yeah.
You agree?
I mean, for sure at 170. 155, I don't know how it would go. I think it's pretty
That's what
close.
I'm saying. It's a way more interesting fight.
Yeah. I think that's, yeah. I would not want to see it at 170. Ilya's small, bro. Ilya's like 5'7". Like,
that's what I'm saying. Yeah, I don't want to see Ilya at 170. Big Boar says Ilya needs to clear 55 before going to 170. I don't know that he needs to clear it. He needs.
No, I'm with him though, bro. Like, yeah. We've talked about this many times. I'm so fucking sick of this double champ shit, right? Unless you're fucking on a 15 fight winning streak, you've cleared out your weight class. Like when Alex Pereira, sure, like when he was champ and was running through everybody, yeah, do it. When Adesanya was champ and was running through everybody, yeah, makes sense, right? Like
it's funny that Pantoja and Merab are the two that deserve it the most at this point. I mean, obviously Islam deserved it the most.
Why don't they fucking fight? I would love to see that fight.
Right, and they don't want to do it. Pantoja doesn't want to do it, and Merab doesn't want to move up to 45.
I would. Well, he's not going to move up to 145 and now chase Aljo basically, but I would love to see Merab versus Pantoja. I would love to see.
Oh my god, that's a dream match.
That's like the one fun fight that I could see Merab having.
And then shout out G Classic again. He's in the chat. When Kamaru Usman was coming up, even Dana called him boring, and he had to fine tune his stand up game with Trevor Whitman and start knocking people out. But Habib was praised for basically the same fucking thing. Yes, that's absolutely true. Kamaru Usman fell into that trope that a lot of grapplers do, which is falling in love with your hands. And it was fucking entertaining, DS. I mean, Kamaru Usman gave us the knockout.
My God.
Of
and let's be real, though, bro. That was at the very end of his, prime.
But that shit was crazy.
Oh, he had a few fucking sick ones, dude.
Yeah.
But,
I mean, Colby the first time, right?
Huh?
Colby the first time when he
Kobe
broke
the
his
first
jaw.
time, Gilbert Burns,
Yeah.
Masvidal. The Masvidal one was a fucking all timer, right? Like just the fucking ragdoll physics on that shit was sick.
Wild.
And like the fact that you don't really expect it, like yeah. But let's be real though, his bread and butter was still the grappling.
But DS, a lot of
wrestling.
that fucking like think about it. The UFC is going to reprimand Kamaru Usman. They're going to go at him for doing that. Why? Because he's an American, bro. Like I know he's Nigerian, and I'm sure he has fans in Africa. I'm not like fucking as in tune with the African MMA scene as I should be, but
Yeah.
I mean he's an American fighter, right? And it's like in America, sadly, we don't have this thing that the rest of the world has over here, and we both get it because we're from foreign backgrounds. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like there is this affinity, there's this like fandom that you have for people of your culture, your race, your whatever that is completely accepted worldwide. Completely accepted worldwide. But in America, we don't have that. So
Yeah.
just rooting for the American guy because he's fighting a fucking Brazilian means nothing to an American.
Well,
But
it's
when
further perpetuated and by the fact that we are literally divided as a country, right? Like,
right.
let's
I
not
mean,
get
you see
political.
Aljamain Sterling getting booed when he's fighting Peter Yan. That would not happen in St. Petersburg, Russia, dog.
Oh my,
It would
anywhere
not be-
in Bosnia, in fucking Iraq, like in
You know what I'm
wherever.
saying?
Like,
That shit's
I also
not
just
happening.
want to say though, one thing, like going off what G Classic said, shout out to Kamaru Usman. They're like, yeah, you're kind of fucking boring, and he went and got some hands and got some fucking knockout finishes, bro.
Yeah.
Like,
One
I
of the
know it's
all-time
talking about the
greats.
head kick of Volk, smaller guy, you know what I mean? Like, and Volk's an all-timer. Like, I'm not saying anything like that. But still, man, props to Kamara. He fucking came out and was throwing hands for a few fights there. Nasty.
Yeah. And then Simon Feck in the chat says, how did Joey get Guru canceled? It's not necessarily that he got him canceled. That might be a little clickbaity, but essentially, and I'll give you my side of the
It's very
story
clickbaity. Thanks for coming.
for sure. A couple quick, like, here's what happened. So MMA Guru apparently after the stream was coping about what happened with JDM and Islam, and in typical MMA Guru fashion, started saying some shit that was kind of rage baity, right? Talking shit about Dagestanis, Muslims,
Kinda.
yeah. I mean, he was making his jokes that he fucking makes, right? It's my understanding that MMA Joey then went and made a video, which I saw, where he spent like a little portion of the video, 3 to 4 minutes, talking about how MMA Guru is basically just a fucking racist asshole and he's a piece of shit for saying what he's saying. Fast forward to today, MMA Guru announces that him and Mighty Mouse, Demetrius Johnson, have stopped doing their show together. Apparently, Mighty Mouse was getting like threats from a lot of Muslim people. Why are you having this racist fuck on your show and shit like that? That's my understanding of what happened. I may be wrong, but in like the little 30, 40 minutes before we hopped on, that's what I saw. So that was that deal. And then this shout out.
What's Joyna Begum saying?
He's saying double champ versus double champ at the White House. So
Who's
he's
that?
Ilya and Islam. I don't want to see that fight.
How would they both be double champ?
Well, he's saying they are. Like they're both 2 division champions right now.
Oh.
Yeah. So I don't necessarily want to see it at 170. I think at 155 it'd be great.
Okay, I get what you're saying. My bad.
Yeah.
My bad. Not like currently, but like they both were.
Right, exactly. Ilya Taporia.
I just want to know, KK777 KK, where are you from? And hello, by the way. Shout out and thanks for coming by.
And then
curious where you're from.
And let's catch up. G Classic. I wonder how Tom Aspinall's eyes doing.
He's
like
blind,
said,
bro. He's blind. He can't see.
That's bullshit, DS.
I'm
Come
legally
on, bro.
blind.
Stop,
I'm
man.
legally blind.
You know he could fucking see. Let's stop. Even if he couldn't see in that moment, which I find bullshit, which I call bullshit, but even if he could see it,
bro, he was fucking knuckle deep. Both.
Okay, how long's it been, fam?
He's scared.
That's what it is. He's scared. He's lying. He's just trying to fucking buy time.
He got a little bit of hands put on him more than he thought, and he's like, yo, whoa. I don't think I'm ready for this yet. Quick game.
There it is.
Try to skill up a little bit.
There it is. Islam Double is a champion in boring fights and freestyle wrestling. Shout out KK777. I assume you're not from Dagestan, is my take.
I don't think so.
Dagestani would not say that. But yeah, man. I mean, it's
I just love Beast King. Like,
you having fun with that?
Yeah, I don't know why it's killing me.
But yeah, fucking look. We're at such a weird point in this small ass community, DS, where we're fighting about, like, we're having religious warfare and we're having ethnic fucking warfare. And it's like, this is MMA, bro. This isn't politics. Like, you know what I'm saying? And he says, bro, Tapuria King. Ilya Taporia is unfucking believable. Shout out Ilya
He's
Taporia.
so good, and he's
I
handsome too.
I mean, and I always liked Ilya Taporia on the come up. Absolutely hated him when he knocked out Volk, and absolutely hated him when he knocked out Max. And being such a Charles Oliveira fan, I thought I would hate him more when he did that. But it was at that moment, DS, where it always happens
you just
with
accept
great.
that he did that damn good.
Yeah, it's just like, my God, like, what is this guy? This guy is something special, dude. He says, we like UFC, not freestyle wrestling.
I can't get a read on this guy, bro. KK777KK. Like,
hey, DS, do me a favor. Talk to me, because you had a great point about this. There's a big portion of the community that hits you with, if you don't fucking like it, go watch boxing. Go watch kickboxing. Go watch striking. You had a great point to make about that. So I'll give you the floor on that.
wait, what did I say?
Man, you were basically saying, like, well, we don't want to watch that fucking shit. We want to watch MMA. Like, there's a reason.
I mean, look, it is a different, like, boxing for MMA and boxing for boxing is very different. Like, if you fucking watched both, you know it's very different, right? Like, starting from the gloves and the amount of finishes and the amount of knockout, right? Like, and the technical, and also like literally the style. Like, you cannot just like technically box in the UFC. It's not gonna work. So, yeah, the UFC, like, it blew up originally because it's exciting, right? Because you had the fucking crazy knockouts, Chuck Liddell, and then he passed the torch to Rashad Evans when Rashad Evans all time absolutely fucking pulverized Chuck Liddell with a knockout, right? Like, these are like the moments that you fucking remember. What's the greatest UFC fight of all time? In my opinion, it's my boy Robbie Lawler versus Rory McDonald. Yeah, Rory McDonald. Thank you. The Red King. And what's that fight all about? They're fucking absolutely swinging, right? Like, it's blood everywhere. Look, and I think that's why, like, I mean, that's why, like, Khabib, like, people who are like, that's why I think I have a hard time ranking, like, how high Khabib is on the GOAT list, for example, right? Like, I don't think he's the GOAT. Do you?
No.
I think John Jones is the GOAT, but.
Like, think about it this way, DS. How excited? Give me a number here. We're gonna play a little experiment. We're gonna do a little game here. 1 to 10. How good is Khamzat Chimaev as a fighter?
Right now?
Yeah, right now, today. How good is Khamzat Chimaev?
8.6.
Okay. Room to ascend?
Certainly.
Okay, so he could end up being a 9 or even close to a 10 fighter.
I don't give out 10s, but yeah.
Okay, so Khamzat Chimaev, that's how good he is. How dominant is Khamzat Chimaev right now?
He's very dominant.
How entertaining is Khamzat Chimaev 1 to 10?
I mean, initially, on the come up, 10.
10.
He's a 10. Like, on the cup.
Right. Now,
he was fighting 5 times in a fucking month, sleeping Gerald Meerschaert with the stiffest fucking right, even on the fucking like on the up and up, right? When he knocked out, what's his name?
The other Dagestani guy on the regional.
Yeah, he's in the UFC now too. Yeah. What's he just lost to,
not Imavov, the guy that lost to Whitaker, Aliskerov.
Aliskerov, thank you.
Yeah.
Like, what a fucking uppercut, bro. Like, so where is that? So
here's my point. Here's my point.
I think Khamzat is the most egregious fucking guy because, bro, we know you got that power.
What's your favorite Khamzat Chimaev fight, DS?
As far as like the best performance or just my favorite fight?
Your favorite fight to watch. Like right now, we're going to sit down. We're going to watch a Khamzat Chimaev fight. Which one's your favorite to watch?
Gilbert Burns.
Okay. And if it's not Gilbert Burns or Kamaru Usman, you're wrong.
Yeah.
Why is that? Because they were fucking forced to stand and trade.
Yep.
That's what's entertaining. It's not that we don't like wrestling. It's not that we don't like grappling as a community. We watch MMA because that shit's involved in it. But it's just like when it's
Khamzat in particular really pisses me the fuck off, man. Because it's like, bro, you got silly ass power, like silly ass power. He's got
so good. Even his stand up is good.
Your stand up is so good, bro. Like, you got even some decent fucking kicks, like.
And then Joinub in the chat asking, who will be the next opponent for Islam? I think it's gonna be Usman, low key. Yeah. I think they're gonna give it to Kamaru Usman, which is completely the wrong fight. It should be.
I don't think it's the wrong fight.
I think so, DS. I think it's got to be either Michael Morales.
I don't want to see it. I don't care to see it.
Me either. Or Ian Gary. I'm talking about just being like.
Oh my god, Ian Gary.
If Ian Gary beats Bilal this weekend, I think it's Ian Gary's turn. It should be Shavkat. but
It
he's
should
not
be
fucking
Shavkat.
active. But he's not active.
And that, how about this? That is the only potentially somewhat interesting fight that I think in the weight class right
and
now.
And I give Shavkat a 20% chance of winning that fight.
Yep.
You know?
Yep.
And I think KK is saying that it should be Ilya. It should not be Ilya. Guys, if you are an Ilya Topuria fan, and this is me just shooting you straight right now, you do not want to see Ilya Topuria go up to 170 to fight Islam Makhachev. That's bad news. At 155, you can figure it out. At 170, that shit is not happening, dog. Like Ilya,
and then given that what you just said, I don't want to see Islam go down. We just got up.
No, Islam's not going down anymore. He's not going back down to 155. He can't make that cut. But again, so why is that the case? It's because he's too small, man. He's
5'7", bro.
Yeah, he's 5'7" listed. He's like really 5'6".
Yeah, he's not. He's a small dude.
I mean, he was always kind of heavy for 145, but in general, he got a
lot of muscle.
Yeah, but he was still a small 45er, DS. Like I know he was thick bodied, but he's short. Not too big, like, and then he goes up to 55. He's kind of small for 55, but he's that damn good and powerful. He wants Islam Makhachev, and if it's like, hey, if the UFC is willing to do it. Why not?
Ilya's pissing me off with that, bro.
Like, but he's feeling himself, man.
Like, focus on. I get it. He's sick as fuck. Like, but focus on your fucking weight class right now, bro.
Right.
He's fought like nobody in the weight class. Like,
two people. Shout out G Classic again. Islam versus Usman makes more money for the
Does
UFC.
it?
I think Islam versus anyone.
Sorry.
No. Islam versus really at this point anyone makes essentially the same amount of money because Islam is the fucking A side.
Yeah,
unless you're doing Islam and Conor, you know what I mean? Unless you're doing like Islam versus.
I think I would argue that Ian Gary is a bigger draw at this point
than Kamaru.
And
then your mom in the chat says no one deserves it more than Shavkat. Yeah, Shavkat is the rightful next contender. He beat Gary. The problem with Shavkat is he hasn't fought in like a year and a half. Dude,
what is his deal? Is he's hurt?
I mean, yeah, he was hurt. He had some family issues. His wife and his child were in like a car accident. So a lot of like personal shit going on with him on top of an injury.
He was driving, huh? Woman driver.
Yes, she was low key. But yeah, so you know, he's back, he's training now. And then Joyno brings up this point. Kamaru's old now, and that's the fucking problem.
His knees are cooked, brother. He's got the same knees as I do right now. Like cooked.
This fight was really interesting if Islam came up 2 years ago. You know what I mean? Like right before Usman lost to Leon the 2 times that he did. The fight was really interesting. Right now, I don't want to see it. Like I know what happens. Kamaru Usman's going to do a good job defending in the wrestling for a round or two, and then he's going to eventually give way, and Islam's going to beat him by finish. That's how
you know what's going to happen, though.
What's going to happen?
Islam's going to fight like 2 more times, and then he's just going to go, brother. He's just going to like retire, and then that's it. And then now we're going to be sitting here twiddling our fucking thumbs, being like, how good really was he? Very dominant, but he's on that Khabib shit where it's like,
no, but he did more. He did more. I mean, accomplishing double champs. He did
do more just by fighting Volk twice alone.
Right. So Volk is huge for Islam's legacy and his resume. Fighting Dustin Poirier is still a name for the resume. The fact that he defended the lightweight belt more than Khabib, the fact that he went up and won the 170-pound title. So that puts him over Khabib. He's the best 155er of all time. I think we can safely say that right now.
You think Islam?
Yeah, Islam's the best 155er ever. And he's approaching GOAT territory. Like he's approaching, I was going to say Mount Everest, Mount Rushmore. He's approaching.
It's still fucking boring, but he is. And it's still more fun than Khabib. And that's not close.
And then, DS, this question, I'm going to ask you. KK saying in the chat, guys, who's your favorite fighter in the UFC?
I think he's talking to you, Gaze.
Oh, no, that wasn't for me then. We're going to neglect that. The Dagestani cop-out. That's what Drew says. Islam's legacy greater than Khabib's. Is Umar going to get the next title shot?
Matt Hughes. Hey, low-key, Davey D. That's a deep cut, brother. I respect that. You know ball, my boy.
That's it. Is Umar going to get the next title shot? This one is tricky, and I'm going to tell you why. And again, I'll answer it even though I'm not gay. My favorite fighters, 2 of them, Yuri and Merab. Those are my 2 favorite fighters in the UFC.
Your mom, do not. Because GSP was not, well, compared to Khabib, GSP was way more entertaining. Islam does have an actual head kick knockout, so maybe you have a point, but I love me some GSP.
Hey, so look, Umar, is he going to
get
the
the next
title?
At least he got that swagger, you know?
Hey, this one's weird, DS, and I'm going to tell you why. Umar Nurmagomedov he went into this last fight against Mario Batista saying, if I win, I want my title shot.
Yo,
You know what I'm saying?
sorry, David D's tweaking me out right now.
Evan Tanner.
Evan Tanner, he says.
But look, he said that he wants the title shot after winning this fight, right? He won it. Dana basically said, go out there and be entertaining, which is fucking rare to get a Dagestani to hear that. But he went out there. It wasn't the most entertaining fight. And even Umar himself said, I need one more fight. I think they're going to give him a layup matchup. They're going to give him a Davison Figueiredo. They're going to give him somebody like that.
Yeah.
A fight that they know he's going to win. That's a big enough name to justify a title shot. Personally, I think that Merab is going to fight and beat Peter Yan in December. I think they're going to give Merab, quote unquote, rest for him, which is like 4 months.
Yeah.
He's going to fight somebody in April, May, and then they're going to be like, yo, quick turnaround if you want to fight Umar, and they're going to force Merab into it. So that's what I think happens there, says the Diaz brothers. Chris says Prates on the hunt after Shavkat and Gary. He's coming, and he lights up the cigarette. By the way, Chris.
I love that. Prates, I can't wait to see what he's going to do once Islam does retire, because I just, like, I don't want to see it. I don't care to see Prates versus Islam. I know, like, it's a first-round submission, like you said, and yeah, I don't know. I mean,
and he's such an entertaining fighter.
He's so fucking good. He's so fun, and he's one of a kind. He's smoking cigs and shit, just ripping darts and fucking crushing beers and shit. He's wild. But
we got a video of him, DS, on our Instagram at the 107 MMA outside of the club.
At the club, yeah.
Yeah, at the club, and he's dancing in the club, and then he's outside singing happy birthday to himself. Shout out Carlos Prates.
He's a fun-ass dude, man. He likes to have fun, but...
Yep. And then Davey says, shout out BJ Penn, champ. He's unfortunately lost his fucking mind, but BJ Penn was a shout, and BJ Penn was one of the greatest of all time for a while, right?
I would say BJ Penn is the least mentioned greatest of all time. Like in the conversation, I think he needs to be brought up more.
Yeah.
And it's a damn shame that he's not, especially with what he's going through. All that mental health stuff is no bullshit, man. Like, we don't see it. It's not as pronounced, right? Like, I think part of the reason is like, and I'm sorry to go off on a tangent. I think it needs to be said.
Yeah.
In NFL, it's such a bigger sport, so much more popular. And then when it happens, and like, wrestling and shit like that, like it's so much more pronounced, CTE. But like, dude, I mean, fuck, man. Like, these guys are putting their fucking lives on the line, and BJ Penn, one of the greatest of all time. Very, very sad to see what's happening with him. But yeah, he should be absolutely be at least mentioned with the greatest of the great.
I mean, when we were coming up, and not to make us seem old, I mean, BJ Penn was like, arguably, he was the GOAT. Like when you ask people around that time, like when we were high school or whatever, is BJ Penn's probably the greatest of all time. So
he was unbelievable, man.
Yeah. I mean, him, GSP, all those guys. Yeah. Those were the fucking GOATs at that time. Man, I love Carlos Prates, DS. He's so interesting. I know you love the guy. It's just the Islam Makhachev fight for him specifically is a fucking brutal matchup. I mean, of all the guys that won 70, that clusterfuck.
He's part of a cool team that's really hot right now. He's got a wildly exciting fucking style. He smokes cigs and shit. He's young. Yeah, I mean, he gets fucking absolute vicious knockouts. Like, and again, Carlos Prates, the juxtaposition of like watching him get a spinning fucking elbow knockout and then another spinning elbow knockout, back-to-back spinning elbow knockouts for the first time in UFC history, and then we watch Hamza just fucking lay on DDP.
And it's weird because we got that on this card too, and he's like the fucking Venn diagram of it. Because not only was he on the UFC, not only was he on the UFC Chicago card with the spinning back fist.
That's crazy because he's so exciting that he makes the main event so much more pronounced, makes it look so much worse.
That's what I'm saying. He knocked out Leon this time. By the way, we came from a Leon knockout, a Michael Morales. I'm sorry, the Prates knockout, the Michael Morales knockout, the Benoit Saint Denis knockout, and right before that, the Bo Nickel head kick knockout.
Yep.
To 50 minutes of Valentina laying on Willie and Islam laying on top of JDM.
I just want to say I fucking love BSD, and I told you he's gonna dominate. He's gonna dispose of your boy real quick, and no disrespect to him,
I just wish that fight happened a year ago.
Yeah,
that's it. Because Beneil at this point seems chinny. He was going for it.
Unfortunately, he's always been chinny.
Yeah, but now more so. Now, like. The Charles Oliveira fight made me think, like, what happened to this guy's? Like, it's gone. What do you think about the Dennis fight against the Village of Dagestan? Dennis. He's talking about Dennis.
Dennis.
Yeah. DS. We got to talk about that, and I'm glad KK mentioned that. this is a big fucking problem here, right? And this is where some of that hate is
Join up.
justified.
I just want to say I'm sorry. I got Ian beating below for what it's worth. Oh, yeah,
Me too. Yeah, I'm
Oh, you
going
do?
Ian here. Yeah.
Okay. We'll
I
talk
think
about it.
I think he cleans. We'll talk about it. We got to talk about this Dylan Dennis situation, right? Dylan Dennis comes into the UFC fights at Madison Square Garden this last weekend, and apparently he has himself a ticket, and he goes down and he's walking through the fighter section. He's going and he's talking to, Politan. He put up a picture with him, put up a picture with George St. Pierre, who we've been talking about, and all that. And of course, Dylan Dennis, part of Conor McGregor's team, when Khabib jumped out of the cage to fucking attack Conor's team, he attacked Dylan Dennis. So little backstory for those that don't know. Dylan Dennis was at the UFC this weekend, gets jumped by John Pork, aka Chanko.
He's Conor adjacent.
Right. So he gets jumped by all these Dagestanis, maybe 8, 10, 12 of them kind of thing, including Chanko, including Abu Bakr Nurmagomedov, a couple of notable guys. And basically the cops and security eventually break that fight up. Dana does nothing about it. He says Dylan Dennis is not welcome to come to UFC events anymore.
Insane, bro.
And nothing happens to the other guys.
That's so fucking crazy, dude.
That's fucking wild, right?
That's
so if you want to point,
crazy, bro.
If you want to point to Dagestani privilege, there's that. Because
that's fucking wild.
A fan pushes Merab Dvalishvili, and Dennis Bazookia slaps the fan. And gets suspended for 8 months. But a UFC fighter instigates a fight with 10
hasn't
of
even
them.
made his debut yet.
Right. Instigates a fight, goes and fucking starts a brawl at Madison Square Garden. And it's almost as if like we're giving him an applause, like, good job, you fucked up Dylan Dennis.
No, I will say.
I mean, everybody's happy about it.
You can't be the boy that cried wolf. You know, like Dylan
Dennis deserves to get his ass beat.
But also, like, come on, man. Like, hit you. The KKK. Dylan Dennis hit you. You were in there, brother.
Shout out this guy. You
were in that scrum.
This guy's Team Khabib. If you're Team Khabib, let us know.
That's hard, bro.
Dylan should have Imanari rolled.
That's crazy.
100%. He says Chanko is more famous in the UFC right now. Of course, I mean, he's a UFC fighter. He's Islam's guy. Dylan Dennis is not. You know what I'm saying? But, like, still, like, you're just in there starting brawls in the fucking crowd. At least when Sean Strickland did it, he fought DDP. Like, they were two UFC guys.
I don't know. And, like, to get – also, like, that's some bitch-ass shit, bro. I'm sorry. Like – if you're fighting one-on-one, like, you're going to, like, all fucking 40 of you are going to jump in and whoop on this dude? Like, that's some bitch-ass shit, dude. Like,
and, and we see it.
And it's okay. It's just because they're Muslim. It's okay to say that that's some bitch-ass shit. It is.
And DS, I got to say this story. We personally know an MMA fighter, right? Never fought in the UFC, has fought in Bellator. And it's a guy that we personally know. I'm not going to say his name, but he fought a student of Khabib Nurmagomedov at one point. Okay. And the story goes, they asked him in the media, at a pretty big promotion, they asked him in the media that you're fighting a Khabib guy. What are your thoughts on, like, Team Khabib and this guy? And they're saying they're going to crush you. And he goes, fuck that guy and fuck Khabib. Fuck the Nurmagomedovs. Okay?
Fuck the Nurmagomedovs.
So he says that. Yeah. He goes into the fight. He loses, as tends to happen when you're fighting these Team Khabib guys. He goes to the back. He passes the medical or whatever post-fight. And he goes, some dude with a beard and no mustache walks up to me and he gives me his cell phone and he's on a FaceTime call with Khabib. And he's like, here, like, talk to him. So Khabib's like,
that's crazy. That's crazy. I remember this.
The guy goes, yo, like, what's up, And apparently Khabib goes, why did you say fuck the Nurmagomedovs?
Yo,
and then the dude,
fuck you though, bro. Like,
and the dude just lost the fight.
You're not gonna check me over the phone, bro. Fuck
you. You know what I'm saying? So that's what he does. The guy doubles down on it, and he goes, "Okay, like, I just lost. Fuck you. That's why. Because fuck you." And then Khabib's like, "Okay." And then 6 Dagestani dudes round the corner and fucking jump this guy who they just beat in a
bullies,
fight.
Bro. They're That's crazy. Like, that's
like that's a real thing that has happened. And we know the guy. He's a friend of ours.
You guys probably know him. We're not trying to burn anybody up.
So there's that. And then we got a lot of shit going on in the chat here. Yeah. Brent L6 He goes, "Are you guys neutral on the Guru stuff or what?" Yeah, I mean, I would say personally, I'm neutral on it. I like MMA Guru. I watch a lot of his content. Watch a lot of Joey's content too. And while I fucking disagree with a lot of what both of them have to say, I do enjoy both of their videos. I just think it's funny that we have this kind of fucking rep beef going on in the MMA community.
Yeah.
Dino, if you want to touch on that.
Yeah, I mean, I just want to say again, like, I don't know if you were here when we were talking about it, Brent, but Joey's been on our show. Like, he's been on with us. Like, you know, we've talked to him. We talked to him a good amount, right? Like, we may disagree on some things. MMA Guru, like, even if he does make some good points, the delivery is off, right? Like again, he's going for the shock value, right? That's what sells, right? Like, that's just what sells, right? Like, that's what people fucking come to hear. Like, is him berating people from the Caucasus region, Muslims, you know, all this stuff, right? Sometimes black people, low key, like, you know, it's bullshit, right? So, thanks, bro. Appreciate you, man. Shout out Brent. But yeah, I just, you know, I think he's going for the shock value. I don't think you could say that MMA Guru is not educated on the sport. I just think that he's very brash and purposely so. You know, like, that's just his shtick.
You know what I'm saying?
That's what sells. That's what gets him viewers. That's what got him viewers. I think, how about this? Like, I think deep down, I bet you he feels pressured to do it. Like, so I don't know. Like, I think both of them have good points. Again, I will just highlight what we've been saying this whole time. The style of fighting that we saw in the co-main and the main event is fucking boring, but it's impressive. So, like,
and that's that. And then I showed Drew, who was in our chat a little earlier, I showed him the MMA Guru like 4 years ago, DS. I was like, you got to watch this guy. And then his first question was, is he a Conor fan? Or like, is he a Habib fan? That was the first question he asked me. And I was like, he's a Conor guy. And he's like,
obviously. Yeah. Again, that's where he really took off, is like hating on Habib. And again, like, it's like the Muslim fighters and the Muslim fan base, right? Like, they feed into it because they come in hordes and they blindly support their guy no matter what. And I just want to say, half my family's Muslim. Again, I'm not talking shit, like, for anybody that's new in here right now. But they blindly come and support, and they're very vocal. They're very, very vocal, and they come in hard. So Guru feeds off that, right? Like, he loves that shit. So it plays right into his hand, you know? And at the end of the day, why is he doing it? Why is anybody doing it? He's doing it for views. He's doing it for money. This is literally, like, he didn't start making money off this. This is how he makes his money now. Like,
yeah,
I don't blame the guy from a business perspective. I think he's a piece of shit, but I don't blame him from a business perspective.
Boom. And then we got KK in the chat saying, Dana waiting to suck Habib's dick, bro. And then he also chimes in with gays again. We're not gay. Stop saying that.
We're not gay, brother.
He goes, what do you think of Alexander Topuria?
Nothing wrong if somebody out there is, and that's fine.
We support everybody at the 10-7 MMA. Do we think Alexander Topuria will win? Right now, yes. I'm not done with my film watching, but we're going to drop a video tomorrow predicting the whole card, bro. So like and subscribe, and you'll see that.
Or are we going live to do that tomorrow?
We'll discuss it. 22 November, brother. Joinub says Javier Mendez is the real GOAT. I mean, shit, he's got a lot of fucking world titles. Brent,
I mean, yeah. Hey, low key though. Low key.
He's up there. He's up there. Brent hops back, says he says things that are controversial, that's for sure. But my thing is, Joey can't call out Islamophobia and be okay with Dylan being jumped. So I think what he says 100%. Is very contradictory. And 100%. Look, Brent,
100%.
Brent, I don't know if you came in from Joey.
You might have came in as I just finished saying that. Like,
right. I'll tell you this though. Again, we talk to Joey on a somewhat regular basis. We're in his chat pretty often. We have contact.
I just want to say we also are not Joey Glazers. He's gotten mad at Dino. He's gotten mad at Dino because he's called him a contrarian, and you know. Yeah. So it's not, you know, like, we have had a lot more exposure personally to Joey, but it's not like, you know.
And Joey is Joey's a person that we've talked to about. We're planning on having a MMA Joey interview, and we talked about it. It's been talked about for like 3 weeks now. We were talking to him.
I still want to do that, especially now. I want to do that.
That's what I'm saying. And he's promised that he would do it. He's just like been really busy with some personal shit and whatever.
He's big timing us.
Yeah, Joey's big timing us, but he has been on the channel. He does say that he's going to do the interview with us soon. So we're going to find out. And those are the questions we're going to ask him. Like, we're going to be fucking direct about those questions. A lot of people feel this way about you. A lot of people say that you're doing this to fucking rage bait.
Oh, listen, if you're a new fan of D107 MMA, like and subscribe. We're also on Instagram at D107 MMA type shit. We've got some good interviews with MMA fighters on the channel. If you scroll back, a few videos, we ask some good questions, man. We don't hold nothing back. We ask the things that the people want to hear. So Lord knows we wouldn't hold back on Joey.
Yeah, so we plan on doing that. So stay tuned for that. Join Up says Dana planned the brawl. Dana fucked up by not removing Dylan Dennis from the situation.
Yeah, but also, like, dude, to me, it's fucking crazy that, like, he didn't even say, like, yeah, these guys can't be doing that. Like, bro, it was a whole section. It was an entire section of a fucking pay-per-view. Like,
that's fucked up.
That's insane, bro. What?
He says, I just saw an ad for Merab.
Yeah, look at this fucker. Look at this fucker's t-shirt, bro.
Come on, bro. Merab Dvalishvili. Merab is another person. By the way, Merab's big time in us right now. DS, there was a James Lynch video that was dropped a week ago. And he was talking about how MMA fighters no longer are doing as many interviews, that he's having trouble getting MMA fighters to do interviews.
Saw that. Yeah.
And that sometimes the MMA fighters aren't even responding to him anymore. Like, they're leaving his ass on red. Merab has told us on like 5 occasions that he's gonna do an interview with us, and he just never fucking does it. Come on, Merab. But
my brother, we got big time by Dennis Bazookia. My feelings can't be hurt any more than that.
So right, and there's a whole backstory with that. But KK, if you're interested in Merab, he's fighting in a couple weeks. Fucking like and subscribe, bro.
I just want to say though, we might be getting big time by a lot of guys, but you know who does follow us on Instagram? Tell him.
Yuri Prohaska.
That's right.
Let's go for that. Yuri follows us.
Let's go for that.
We got to get Yuri for an interview. That's going to be crazy. And then shout out Bromo, who I was on a show earlier today. Shout out Fight Society. Wyatt from Fight Society, DS.
Dude, Fight Society's sick.
Fucking unbelievable content this guy makes. I was watching his video today, and then we got a little shout out in that video. He was shouting out like all these like great MMA channels, and they were all massive channels. And he was talking about how everything's like personality based.
Yeah, to be included in there was kind of nice.
I'm saying he's talking about like bedtime and fucking shit like that, and he mentions us. I was like, that's unbelievable, dog. I love that shit. Brent L6, the only problem I have with Joey is you can't be selective with what's right and what's wrong. You can't call out hate speech and not be okay with violence. Y'all got a new fan for sure. We appreciate you, bro.
Appreciate you, brother.
Honestly, appreciate you, Brent. And yeah, that's the criticism of MMA, Joey.
100%.
And it's the criticism that everybody has in every fucking aspect of life right now. That's my biggest thing, man. Whether it's politics, whether it's sports, whether it's whatever, everyone is so goddamn opinionated and will not be able to be told that they are wrong about something. And that's what I miss about like the old school way. You know what I mean? Remember the days?
Well said, bro.
DS, remember the days when you could sit down and me and you could fucking disagree on something and talk about it? And I could hear your perspective and you could hear mine and maybe I'll change your mind?
Having like a legitimate fucking debate, discussion, like discourse. Like,
where is it?
Fucking like, and also, even if we fucking disagree, you don't have to be a piece of shit. You don't have to be a piece of shit because I disagree, or like a lesser human because I disagree with you. I don't know. In this community, especially, but I like what you said, man. In the world right now,
that's life.
We need a lot more compassion and understanding, and just live and let live. Right? like I don't have to fucking agree with you. Go fuck off somewhere else, do your thing. I don't give a shit, you know. I love that you said that because I mean it's a insane time, and not to get too into shit, but like I feel like in a lot of ways it's by design.
What's the term? What's good for the goose is good for the gander, right?
Exactly.
But nobody fucking sees that shit, and especially in the MMA community, it's just like, no, my guy's right. He's better than your guy. Fuck your guy.
Yeah.
Like, my guy's the shit and your guy's a pussy. And it's like, okay, cool, bro.
And also, you're a pussy and you're fucking stupid. And I hate
you. You're fat and you're fucking a piece of shit.
Yeah. Like, you're so fat, you Cheeto dusted bitch.
Right, like, goddamn, bro. My fault. KK says, do you think there will be a continuation of the Dennis situation? According to Ali Abdelaziz, yes. Ali Abdelaziz said, yeah. He's like, yo, this shit is not done. If they see him or Connor, it's on site at any fucking time, which is crazy because you've jumped the guy fucking twice.
That's fucking insane.
He's like, they want an apology.
That's some pussy ass shit. I don't give a fuck if it's black, yellow, Brazilians, Muslims, Jews. Like, that's some pussy ass shit. That's crazy. Like, and then
Ali
you're proud of
Abdelaziz
it?
said
You're
you need
proud
to
of it?
apologize or else it's on site every time.
Fuck you. Fuck your mother. I'm sorry. Like, literally, fuck you. I hate Dylan Dennis, but literally, fuck you. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
You know?
ew. Who are
Yeah.
you? You're not my dad, bro. You're not my dad. Like,
Shout out that meme. If we weren't live, I'd post that meme right now. You're not my dad. You know that kid?
you're not my dad. Fucking, like, but yeah, no,
Mhm.
seriously. Like, you're not God, bro. Fuck you. Like,
And to be fair, the whole fucking beef with Conor and Habib started with Team Habib attacking Artem Lobov.
yeah, well, Connor has a big fucking mouth,
Of
bro.
course he
So,
does. And I'm not fucking protecting Conor or defending him, but they
yeah.
went and jumped that guy. They have a fucking history of doing that. That's what they do. Unfortunately, we know of at least 10 occasions where
And it's never one on one.
the Dagestani Brotherhood
It's
is
never one on one.
no.
Like, and how you're all good fighters. Like, how? Yeah, and it's never one. It's crazy. I don't know. It's crazy to me. That's some bitch ass
I mean,
shit.
DS, we've been to a lot of UFC fights. We've been at the fighter hotels. We've been in some weird, scenarios where like, man, how the fuck did we even get here? Where we're just hanging out with Mick Maynard and having a fucking drink, or we're with the fighters in the hotel room after a fight. Like, we've been in these situations. And when it comes to the Dagestani Chechen fighters, they roll deep as fuck. There's like 10 of them at all times.
Deeper than anybody.
You'll see Gerald Mearshart walking by himself. You'll
Literally.
see Brandon Royval going and grabbing a fucking bottle
He's
of
with
water.
he's like with his wife and kid. Like,
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
you'll see that as soon as you see
also,
one fellow
that's
with
gay,
a beard.
dude. That's a sausage fest, bro. Like,
Yeah, I'm saying you see one dude with a beard and no mustache. There's 11 of them.
there's a couple dozen lurking.
I'm saying it's crazy. I remember I talked to Hamzat Chimaev like 5-6 hours before he fought DDP.
And what did he say to you? Hey,
We're
brother, kill everybody. Brother.
I wanna fight with Herbert.
I'm like, all right.
Like,
I
okay,
feel that.
all right.
Yo, I talked to Hamzat Chimaev like 5-6 hours before, and he was so fucking relaxed. It was scary. It was scary how relaxed the dude was. But it was also probably scary because there was 75 of them around him.
Yep.
And I only knew fucking one or two of them. I had a conversation with Alir Latifi, and I know his manager.
Alir Latifi got a big fucking dome, bro.
He's a thick boy. That is a thick
That's
ass
a
boy.
thick ass dude. I feel like he's got gout.
he's got a lot of shit. Shaber Punja. Dennis is a joker, and Conor can't do anything about it now, even if he wants to get involved. I mean, yeah, Conor,
He doesn't want to get involved. Connor was just yapping, bro.
And then
Connor's
Burko
just trying
says,
to make money.
"How we doing, boys? How you doing, Burko? That's the real question.
Burko, what's the good word, brother?
What's the good word? Like and subscribe, boys. We're trying to get to 2K. Help you boys out. It would mean a lot to us. DS, what you sipping on over there, brother?
Bro, I was actually literally just gonna tell you I've officially killed an entire bottle of wine
Oh, nice.
on this stream. So
That's good.
hey, do me a favor. Can you clip me hyping up the dude whose wife left him?
Yeah.
You should clip that and just post and like be like 10-7 cares kind of thing.
I don't know if he would like that, but he goes, "Do you think Tagir and Ian are locks?" I wouldn't say they're locks.
Yeah, lock is a heavy word right now with that.
Ian Gary, I'm fairly confident in Ian Gary.
Me too. I was shocked that you were. I thought you were gonna pick Bilal.
No, I mean, look, I'm gonna say it, and it's a shitty thing to fucking say at this point. Especially the timing is awful. I just don't think that anyone at 70 really is that good. Maybe it's because Islam made the division look bad, but it's just I think the old guard is like I think they're all on their way out, and I think Bilal was the last like remaining piece of the old guard. That's Usman, Masvidal, Colby, Gilbert Burns, Bilal Muhammad. It was fucking Nate Diaz for a while. I think none of those guys are that good anymore, and it's just the new generation's turn. So I'm very confident in Ian Gary. And Tagir Ulanbekov versus Kyoji Horiguchi is a
wait, Dino, before you go on,
yeah,
just want to go over Bilal's last few wins. Yeah. Leon Edwards just got fucked up. Gilbert Burns, old and washed,
with a torn shoulder in that fight.
With a torn shoulder, no less. Sean Brady, I don't think Sean Brady's a bad fighter, but got fucked up. Old washed up Vicente Luque, old washed up Stephen Thompson, champion, by the way, champion. No disrespect, but we gotta fucking call a spade a spade.
That's that. And then I think Tagir and Kyoji Horiguchi is a fucking banger.
That's
Is
a
such
banger.
a good fight. That is such
That's
a good
banger.
fight. And I'm excited for that.
I do have Tagir winning.
Yeah. I'm leaning Kyoji right now.
Really?
I'm leaning Kyoji right now in his return. Kyoji Horiguchi's a bad dude, bro.
He is a bad motherfucker. I just feel like, I don't know, man.
But it probably goes to decision.
Yeah.
And we're in Qatar.
If it does.
Right. And you got to probably lean Team Habib in a decision. So maybe. We're going to talk about that tomorrow. Full card breakdown coming tomorrow from your boys here.
Either as a live or as a video. I feel like we're going to end up doing a live. Is Dana Black available? You guys know Dana Black? That's our boy. He hops on with us a lot.
I mean, I'll text them tomorrow. You know?
Yeah, we'll see what's good. We'll drop it on Instagram. We'll drop it, we'll let you guys know.
Dagestan village. They are attacking little ones. Did you see what do Zamzat Abu Bakara? I don't know who that is, brother. Abu Bakr, I saw what he did, if that's what you're talking about.
Yeah, I think that's what he's talking about.
When he jumped Dylan Dennis, if that's what you're talking about. Yeah, that's fucked up.
I don't know who are little ones, though. Is he talking about?
I don't know. I got no idea. KK, where are you from? What country,
where are you from, brother? You're tweaking my ass.
Hamza. He's talking about Hamza. What country are you from, brother? I want to know.
I'm going to guess India.
And then this guy says, delete your channel. It is. What is it, brother?
It is cringe. Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you for the input.
All right, this fucking guy. By the way, this guy wants to come in here and pretend,
brother.
This guy wants to come in here and pretend he's Chinese. But DS, you know the little girl with the Chinese spicy sticks? Remember when they messaged us, bro? We got clout in fucking China. Bro.
Yeah. We're big in Malaysia too, brother. So
in Myanmar, we're fucking huge. So fuck that. Key Capital says, "Yo guys, I'm from Iran. What up, brother? What's going on?" And then KK says he's from Georgia. Okay, so I get it now. Now it all makes sense.
It all makes sense.
Burko says crazy dudes in the chat. Probably, it seems like it.
Many crazy dudes.
This Chinese guy doesn't seem to fuck with us at all, brother.
Fuck you too, dude.
That's what I'm saying, right?
You know what? I wish you the best, brother.
I'm saying, but you can't be mad because your Chinese stars are getting exposed in the promotion, dog. Like, I don't know what to tell you. Fucking, what's his name? Jing Meng Yang got fucked up by Johnny Walker. Wei Li clearly made a mistake going up. And then he says, Iran has the best wrestling. I don't know, I think
you're talking about like traditional, like Greco-Roman wrestling. Yeah. They're up. They're really good.
Yeah. Like Iran's always been nasty with the wrestling, but I think they're fourth. I got to go. America's the best.
And Russia's second.
And it's Russia. And then even Habib said, he's like, Japan, when he was talking to Henry Cejudo. Yep. They're coming up. So, but yeah, Iran's always been nasty. Iran, Georgia, great fucking wrestling communities. And he goes, no.
He's not having none of that. It's
number one.
Hey, you said it, brother. Who am I to tell you?
Like, that's your choice, dog. And then Burko says, I put a lot of money on Tagir and Ian decision. I'm just scared of the Middle East robberies. Yeah. But I mean, if they're going to fucking rob it, they're going to rob it for Tagir. And then I just don't see that Ian, Gary, and Bilal is a robbable fight either way. Whoever wins, I think it's going to be like, oh, he won. Like, it's going to be pretty decisive. And he says to check Google, bro. I swear, brother, I will check Google. I don't disagree.
Iran's always been nasty. Dismissed the notion of any feud so there's no beef.
And then this guy KK says, check the beef with Hamzat and Abu Bakr. Are you talking about
here's a direct quote. Here's a direct there was thought to be some beef. Hamzat said there is no beef. This is an article from yesterday. It says Hamzat Chimaev has dismissed any notion of a feud with Team Habib Nurmagomedov. While Chimaev and Nurmagomedov have never been the best of friends, they've never had any feud, barring a stray incident involving Abu Bakr. Responding to a fan during an Instagram live, Chimaev once said that he would smash Habib. That's just what he says. Smash everybody, kill everybody. Chimaev's words didn't sit well with Khabib's teammate Abu Bakr, who confronted the Chechen-born standout in UFC 280. However, the beef was quickly squashed. And this is the source is Hamzat himself. So it seems like there was something. It's not a thing.
Yeah, and then I'll tell you another thing. I remember they met. Habib and Hamzat had like a meeting and shit. Yeah. In I believe in Dagestan, also, and they
like you're not, bro. Okay, Habib is running that motherfucker like the mafia, dude.
Yeah. Yeah,
he's running like motherfucker like that. Like you come to me, brother, on the day of my fucking relax, bro. Damn.
And then Burko says, "Is Tapuria a lock? He has a tough opponent." Again, man, that it's hard to say he's a lock, right? Because
Alexander Tapuria.
Yeah, Alexander Tapuria. Did I say Ilya?
No, you didn't say anything. I'm just confirming because Ilya
Yeah,
doesn't.
it's hard to say that Alexander Topuria is a lock because we've seen him once in the UFC against Colby Thickness. He won that fight pretty handedly, but there were some holes in his game. And he's facing a tough guy, man, again, on the road. You know what I'm saying? So is he a lock? No, I wouldn't say he's a lock at all. He probably loses that fight, unfortunately. You know what I'm saying? And the name is escaping me. He's fighting Beksat Almakan. It's a good fighter. You know what I mean? Beksat's a good fighter. I'll be rooting for Topuria. That's for sure. That's for sure. We have enough of these Almakans and, you know, whatever. So I'm all for Ilya Topuria's little brother. I've been going around this as living object with this, and I don't think people understand Islam on roids beats Alex Pereira. maybe, man. If he gets him down, maybe.
When you put it that way, yeah. I mean,
but okay, does Islam on roids beat? Does he beat fucking what's his name? Magomed.
Ankalaev?
Yeah.
Islam on roids?
I'm saying, does Islam on steroids beat Ankalaev?
That's the same guy.
It's essentially right. Alex just beat him.
Yeah.
So, you know, that's the thing. Alex Pereira has like a different level of power, man.
He's unbelievable.
And bro, why does Alex Pereira have us fucking blocked on Instagram?
Like, how is this the full motion of the punch? And you're asleep.
You're dead. You're just dead.
You're fucking not just like you're fucking fully like limp. How, bro? That's insane.
And then KK says, "Good stream, continue like that."
Oh, thanks, bro.
Appreciate
You're
you,
a good man.
Appreciate you for that.
Dino, I just want to say one thing on the Dagestani things. We have been in fights together where it was like a one-on-one fight, and I'm like, and I've like you're about to fight somebody, and like I'm gonna be lurking, but I'm not hopping in. You know,
right? In case, right? Like if you're fighting and your boy's fighting, you're there to like. If your boy starts getting his ass beat, you stop it. You're the one that goes in and stops that shit, so your boy doesn't get fucked up. But if your boy's fighting,
I would not want you to jump in. Like if I'm about to fight, like that's some bitch ass shit.
But you're just there in case like somebody else jumps in. Like I got backup. That's what
we've literally been in those situations, and we've like it's understood like,
several fucking times.
Yeah.
But yeah, I appreciate you, KK, for saying that. An object, I don't know, man. That's such a weird fucking question, bro. Like I get it, but and I've heard some people kind of talking about something like this.
It's fucking with my brain right now, honestly.
Islam is so. I think Chimaev beats Islam though.
Damn.
You know, I think if they, I think Chimaev beats Islam.
Holy shit! If they were the same size, you think Chimaev beats Islam?
Like if Islam were to fight Khamzat at 185, Khamzat beats him. Maybe at 170 as well. Maybe, but 85 for sure. Khamzat wins that fight. That's how I feel.
You're absolutely tweaking my ass out now. I have started to smoke a joint.
Good. Enjoy.
But damn, that's kind of wild. I don't actually. Why are we talking? This is all hypothetical. These guys would never fight each other, and they're probably not doing roids. And if they are, they're already doing it. So
KK says JDM lost fight before starting, bro. You idiots, see his face. Yeah. Yeah.
I've lost to Burns. Man, I don't think he did. I get what you're saying, though. Burns rocked the fuck out of him, though. He rocked the fuck out of him, dude. That was
that's at 170.
That was the most in trouble we've seen him, though. Agreed?
That's also 170, DS. There's a big distinction there. That's 15 pounds from 170 to 185.
Kill everybody, smash everybody.
And Khamzat, again, I saw him at the Fighter Hotel. He's a lot bigger. Like, I mean, he's way taller than Islam, that's for sure. Thickness, maybe Islam's thicker than Khamzat, low key. No way he won that third round against Burns. Man, I love that fucking fight. It's such a banger.
It's
one of those.
It's crazy. Like when I was watching that, I wanted Burns to beat him because he was like such an underdog. And nobody expected him to put up that good of a fight, especially on the feet. But fuck, man, that was a really good fight. I feel like I want to go back and you're making me want to go back and rewatch that fight.
Yeah, and we might do that tonight. Khamzat will be eating Islam. Zero chance, bro. I agree. That I think Khamzat beats Islam. I think Khamzat beats. Yeah, he beats Islam at 185 for sure. At 170, maybe I lean Islam low key, but at 185 for sure, Khamzat for sure. Look how fucking big DDP is, bro, and he was able to just fucking lay on top of.
I've stood next to DDP
thick, big ass dude, bro. Like shockingly big.
And I was like way fatter than I am now, and he was like obviously way more muscular, but like leaner. But he was a big fucking dude. Like, how about this? He's one of the like of all the UFC fighters that I've ever seen. He was one of the most jarring. Like, whoa, this guy's fucking big, dude.
Yeah, I was shocked, dude, when we stood next to him. Absolutely shocked when we stood next to him, and he was fighting. He was fighting the next day. He was ready. Yeah, like full on weight cut.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Hakeem the Dream, what up, dog? Says love the stream. Kamaru will beat Islam easily. Islam won't be able to take Kamaru down like Hamzat did, and Volk almost knocked out Islam. Kamaru might break Islam's jaw. We're doing a lot of MMA math. Hakeem the Dream.
Dude, that's Hakeem. You're blowing my mind right now, brother.
At that point, if those
First of
two
all, thank you for the shout out and for the love. Appreciate that.
Absolutely.
But go ahead, Dino. I'm sorry.
No, I was just gonna say, if they fought hypothetically, I would be rooting for Usman.
Oh, I would be rooting for him too.
I would love to see that, and to me, it would be such a fucking stamp for Kamaru Usman and such a great story to go from being the best welterweight ever to 3 straight losses.
What percent chance do you give him?
Usman?
15. 15% sounds perfect, dude.
You know what I'm saying?
Brent just said it. He's old as fuck, bro. His knee. We were talking 2 years ago about how his knees were cooked, bro.
Yeah. And he says Styles, bro. Now,
also, I just want to say, like, I don't know how many of you guys in the chat. W's in the chat, by the way. I don't know, like, how many of you guys have ever cut weight for, like, you know, a fight, whatever, wrestling, or if you've high school wrestled or whatever. Like, dude, it fucking takes it out of you, bro. Like, it's not a healthy thing to do. Like, doing it when you're like goddamn near 40 years old and your body is wrecked. Like, dude, it's not just casual, you know? Like,
yeah. And then KK makes a good point. He's saying that Islam has those 2 short, short notification wins. Volk up a weight class on 1 week's notice, and it was fat, chubby Volk. And then Moicano, not 2-3 days before, 1 day before for Moicano.
Literally 1 day, yeah.
But then that's kind of that's where the criticisms are of Islam Makhachev. It's in the resume, but it's not just the resume itself. It's like the little notes next to the resume, right?
Well, you know what it is, too? It's like, why is there always a question mark?
That's the fucking thing, man.
Why is there always a fucking question mark, dude?
That's the problem, DS, because when you point that out, that's when in this community, it's like, you're a fucking racist. You're an Islamophobe.
And again, if you just joined, I'm Bosnian. You know anything about Bosnians? Bosnians are Muslim. Like, yes, I be smoking and drinking. So haram for sure. No deny. I'm just saying, like, I'm not sitting here shitting on like Muslim people for no reason. But yeah, dude, like, that's crazy. Like,
the thing is, if you look at Islam Makhachev's resume, it's so goddamn impressive on paper, and in general, it's impressive. So I don't want to take anything away from him, but there is a note next to so many of those fights. It's like the Volkanovski first fight. You're fighting a guy that's smaller than you. I get it.
It's like the Heat title in the bubble, bro.
But look, it's Alexander Volkanovski, the all-time GOAT at 145. He comes up and you have a razor close decision win over him. I understand that a lot of people are going to say that fight was Islam 4-1 or fucking whatever. It was a close fight. However you want to look at it, it was a close fight. Then he has the Islam fight the Volk fight up a weight class, short notice, chubby fat Volk on 10 days. Then there's the Moicano 1 day turnaround. And these are not necessarily Islam's fault, but he had Dan Hooker on short notice. He had Bobby Green on short notice to get a title fight.
That's insane. That's the most egregious one, maybe.
Like, that's fucking crazy. You know what I mean? And it's like, there's always an issue. And sometimes it's not Islam's doing, but there's always an issue with Islam Makhachev fights. I would say like 75% of them anyways.
I just want, can we just real quick talk about something that Joynub said?
Okay.
Is Ilya Arman he ignored. This is something that we all just let slide. It's kind of crazy to me, actually. Like, yeah. I thought Arman was a pretty clear next in line, and it's just like nah. He's like, nah, I'm not gonna do it, bro. I'm not fighting you. And we're all like, guess he's not fighting him. Fuck Arman. Like,
well, to be fair though, I think the UFC punished Arman Sarukian. That's kind of always been my
take
right.
On it. That's right, because he
pulled out.
He pulled out versus
He was fucking around with Nina Drama, hurt his neck or whatever the fuck the rumor is. The inside scoop of it is that he was going to miss weight.
Yeah.
That's like the behind the scenes inside scoop that we've heard is he was gonna miss weight.
Have you seen the fucking shit that he does with his neck, especially of all things, my boy?
And yes,
he did not hurt his neck, bro. Like
the way Arman was posting before the Islam Makhachev fight, motherfucker looked like Bane. He was jacked.
He was way too big.
He was gonna miss weight.
Also, not only that, I don't know if you. I think like even a couple of weeks ago, this guy's like, yeah, that people they like to watch me eat, basically, and he just goes and is fucking maxing. He's like, he's doing mukbangs and shit. Like,
he's a food content creator.
You can't be doing mukbangs, whatever the fuck they're called, and you're out here trying to pretend to cut weight. That's crazy, dude. That's
and then
insane.
Hakeem says, Kamaru fight Hamzat 10-day notice, 1 round 2 and round 3, in my opinion. Kamaru's the GOAT. Man, maybe
he's one of the GOATs, dude. Like another guy that just needs to be talked about in that regard.
100%, he's one of the GOATs. Brent L6, what's your guys' take on people thinking Islam is running from Ilya? Tough one, right? I don't necessarily know that he's running from Ilya at 155. I think.
Do you honestly believe? I don't know.
No. Here's my full take on it. This is what I believe.
Let's hear it.
Ilya Topuria obviously made a point in I'm coming up to fight Islam Makhachev at 155. He kind of forced Islam's hand to let go of the title because of what the UFC did because of Ilya Topuria, which is no more simultaneous double champ shit. You got to let go of your belt to go up. They did that specifically for Ilya to not hold up 45 to go fight Islam. Once the Bilal Muhammad fight versus JDM played out the way it did, Islam decided to go up, and he was right to do so. Like, there's no reason you should halt your fucking career.
Islam was itching for that to happen.
Islam definitely wanted Bilal to lose. So do I think he's running from him because he's scared of the fight? No. He understands that.
But just real quick, when you do have all the asterisks in the resume, and then you ask this kind of question,
it's justifiable.
It is justifiable, if nothing else. Like, and I'll be the first to say I was like, come on, you think he's if you want to make an argument, man, like I can't fucking tell you no.
I'm not going to say yes with 100% certainty. I'm not going to say no with 100% certainty. I think Islam went on to do what the fuck he wanted to do. And unfortunately for Ilya Topuria, got caught in no man's land with it. But at this point, I think Islam is now much more willing to take the fight. I think we can see that because of how good he felt at 170. The cardio looked unfucking believable. He probably felt so goddamn good in the cage. The strength was crazy. So he's probably like, yeah, fine.
I always thought the people who were like, oh, how's Islam gonna bro, what? Like, he's not cutting weight like that. Like, he's gonna be better.
Yeah.
His skills translate fine. Like, are you out of your mind? So, yeah.
100p. Then Hakeem says the best 145 pounder is Zabit. Volk lucky he retired. I'm gonna disagree with you, brother. Zabit is really good. It's a shame. Really good. It's a shame.
It's one of the bigger He's okay. God, and if you couldn't tell, we are from Chicago. If you couldn't tell, Bulls fans, if you couldn't tell, is Zabit Derrick Rose?
Yeah, Zabit is Derrick Rose.
He's right. Zabit is Derrick Rose.
Zabit is the fucking D Rose of UFC. And then he says Arman beats Ilya. That's a fucking banger. That's a banger, and we need that fight. We need that fight
to happen. That is what needs to happen next at lightweight, bro.
Yeah.
Like,
and I think it will. I think the winner of Arman Sarukian versus Dan Hooker is gonna get the title shot. I think the winner gets the title shot.
It'd be fucking insane if it's Dan Hooker. But
Topuria is there. Topuria is there. He's gonna, you know what I mean? They're gonna bring him in the cage and shit. Arman sucking Ilya, bro. Type shit. You know what I'm saying? Brent L6. I can see from Ilya's perspective, you can't trust him pulling out for a
type shit. Type shit. I love how you said that.
I can see from Ilya's perspective, you can't trust him pulling out for a big fight. I don't understand that. Are you understanding that?
Hakeem the Dream for me right now, bro. That's my guy right there, bro.
Shout out Bosnia.
You said it, brother. And I don't know if you heard if you followed the news at all recently, bro, or if you did even, Dino. There was always thought that Serbians were paying like rich people, basically paying fucking snipers to shoot kids specifically, right? And it's officially been confirmed that that's what they were doing. Don't fucking try to tell me it was like a civil war. It was a fucking massacre. So shout out Hakeem the Dream, man. You know ball.
Boom. And then shout out Moyle. Says in the welterweight division, the most difficult fight for Islam might be Ian Gary. His height, reach, weight. That I agree. I'm on record saying I think
I would much rather see him fight Ian Gary than Morales or fucking Oh, certainly Prates.
I think in order, I think these are the most difficult fights. It would be Shavkat. If Shavkat was healthy and active, it would be Shavkat. However, since Shavkat's really not in the picture, and I know he's back to training, he has to fight one more fight. And if he wins, he gets a title shot for sure. If Islam's going to defend at 170, I think if Gary beats Bilal, it's Gary. And I think he does present the most issues because he's the most well-rounded of all the guys that are remaining at 170. After that, it would be Morales. So I think it's Shavkat, Gary, Morales, but we got to kind of put an asterisk next to Shavkat.
I like that. I think that's perfect. I agree with you 100%. Also, literally, this is literally Bosnia right here. Anyway, I think perfectly said. Perfectly said. I think that's the exact order. Prates fourth.
And then KK says he wants to make a stream with us, guys. What do you need for this? You need the internet, brother. You need the internet. Hit us up on Instagram at the107MMA, the same way it's spelled here.
We'll set it up, bro.
We'll see what's good. And then Join Up says Craig Jones lost all fights against Islam. Yeah, he's 0-3. But right now, he's like, they're telling him, like, they're doing the jokes. You got to go to Dagestan 2-3 years. And then Michael Morales goes, I know how to beat Dagestan 2-3 years. 2-3 years, Tijuana. And then Craig Jones is like, I'm coming. So he's going to supposedly train Mike Morales. Like, Craig Jones, like, I'm getting my fucking win.
I would love that.
I'm getting my fucking win. Ian also won against Prates, dominated him, and we called that.
Fucked them up, and we picked that. We picked that to go that way.
A lot of people were picking Prates. We picked.
So tune in. Oh, by the way, I just want to say we are in a creator challenge on Instagram. It's like some of the top 30 20 creators, right? And we hopped in it this year or this cycle. What spot are we in?
Number 2.
We're right now number 2.
One fight.
Everyone's predicting, right? So everybody picks who they think is going to win each fight for the last 10 cards
this quarter for the fourth quarter.
For the fourth quarter, we've done it so far. Out of 20, we are second right now. We're literally one fight behind first. So just so you know, we know ball too.
Boom. And then KK says he just wants to talk about Danis, Dagestan, Marab, Tapuria. We can have those convos, brother. Brent L6. If Ilya has a fight in Spain, I can see from his perspective, Arman might be tough to trust. But okay, that's what you're saying. You're saying Arman would be a tough guy to book for such a big fight like Ilya in Spain.
Yeah, but look, that's such a big fight. You have a backup for that.
Yeah. And then Hakeem's
you have a backup for. You know what I mean? Like,
of course,
you just do for that.
You have to. And then Hakeem's asking when's Ramadan in 26. Islam's going to fight after Ramadan. I don't know.
Oh, I want to say it's like February, dude. I want to say it's like early as fuck.
Yeah, I want to say it's February as well. And then
February 17th.
Okay, so mid-February. Alex deserves to be top 5 pound for pound. Of course, Alex.
No doubt. Come on, no doubt.
And then Hakeem says Ian Gary's a true cuck, weak-minded dude. I don't know. I'm not gonna get into his fucking personal life.
No, dude, that is fucking crazy, bro. That is. I mean, I'll get into it. That's fucking crazy, brother. Like, why are you as a man? You know what else is kind of gay? Like, Ilya, why are you as a man chasing another man like that? Like, you're chasing Islam. That's gay, dude.
Well, that makes sense. That's legacy. That's I'm fucking
around. I'm being
the Ian Gary situation is a little.
No, that's fucking insane, brother. First of all, there's several things that are absolutely bonkers to me. To hyphenate your name as a man, bonkers. Like, what? Number one. Number two. What? You're living with who, bro? Your roommates? You guys are Eiffel Towering? What's happening? Like, I'm not fucking dealing with that, bro. Also, maybe he's just a bigger, better man than me because maybe he's just so secure. And who knows?
He's a great fucking fighter.
It couldn't be me, brother. I'll tell you, it could not be me.
So. Boom. And then Brent says, do you think Prates was calling out Ian for his fighting style after the Leon fight? Maybe.
Wait, hold on. Do you think Prates was calling out Ian? What do you mean by that? Do you know what he means by that?
I think so. But here's what I'm thinking. I think Carlos Prates is a true example of he wants to fight the big fucking names, man, because he knows what he's got. He knows what the fighting nerds brand is. He knows he's entertaining. He's been talking about it the whole time. That man is at any moment one shot away, like one punch away from a title.
More than anybody, probably.
Yeah,
like
from a title
Alex Pereira, like kind of shit, like in a lighter way. But Dino, there's always one big glaring fucking problem with the Brazilians, and what is it?
What is it?
It's the wrestling.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of jiu-jitsu guys that can't wrestle.
It's
That's
the
the
wrestling
problem.
and the wrestling defense.
Moyle says, "Do you think Leon Edwards can come back? Not to a title, man. I
I
think
think
that
Leon Edwards is a guy. What an anomaly. I don't know. Like, he's got like one of the greatest moments in UFC history. I don't think you can argue that.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like, is it mental? Like, I feel like for him, it's like mental. Like, I think I heard somebody say recently, I can't remember who it was. I would love to give them credit. And I think I kind of agree with what they're saying. Somebody said Leon Edwards is a fighter who like doesn't know how good he is.
Yeah.
And I think that very well could be it. Like, he's
Look,
got all the tools, dude. Like, I don't know. It's fucking
but DSE,
crazy,
he's
bro.
not making his way back to a title.
How about this? Like, oh, who? Fuck, I can't remember who it was. I think the same person said nobody was more surprised than Leon when he knocked out Kamaru Usman.
Yeah, he has a lot
And
of
I think that's
self-doubt
very
and
well
shit.
said, man. I think that kind of summarizes that for me.
I think Leon Edwards will remain in the UFC. I think he has another 4 or 5 fights left in the promotion. I think they're going to feed him to upcoming guys that are exciting. I think he'll win some fights.
Dana Black, if you guys know Dana Black, if you don't, great dude, fucking hilarious. He if we're going live tomorrow, I'm sure he'll be on. What did he say about that? He said
he's going to be like a gatekeeper, like the best.
Yeah, he's like a full-on gatekeeper. And I don't know if I fully agree with that, but like I would say maybe like a high-end gate. Like, he's like the Robert Whittaker now, and I fucking love Bobby Knuckles. Somebody asked who's our favorite fighter. That's one of my favorite fighters. He's going out kind of sad right now. Also, you can watch him on Physical 100, A Battle of Asia on Netflix, which is actually pretty fucking awesome. But yeah, I think he's kind of like a Robert Whittaker now, where it's like, yes, he's very fucking good. He's been a former champion, but like, he's kind of, he's not on a good stretch right now.
Yep. And then we're going to join up says Alex versus Hamzat would be worth a watch. I mean, we're all fucking paying to watch that.
Yeah.
Brent L6, he's talking about Prates again because he was saying that he hated boring styles. Yes.
Yeah.
Again, man, it's opportunity, right? Like in this game, there's very few people become champion. And then when those people lose that belt, it's like fucking vultures, man. Everybody wants a piece of them because you don't have that aura of invincibility anymore. And then a win versus a guy that's been a UFC champion is huge. So I think he saw that Leon was ripe for the picking and went for him. KK says, how many wins does Merab have in a row? I think he's at 13. I think it's 13 right now.
By the way, Islam has tied the record, I think, for most wins in a row.
Yeah, Islam just tied Anderson Silva, and Merab is under them. Merab's tied for third or second or whatever the fuck it is. Is Dariush's career end? No, it's not over yet, but it's coming there.
I think we're close. I think 2 more fights maybe.
Yeah, we're getting close. Hakeem says Ilya's overrated, in my opinion. Arman, Islam, Dustin, and Gaethje beat him. I don't think that Dustin and Gaethje beat him. I think Arman has a chance, and of course Islam would have a chance. Hold
on, let me think about this.
I mean, I would probably pick
Islam. I think Islam beats him. Arman
55, right? We're talking.
Arman is like the fight. That's the fight I want to see more than anything. Dustin
because
and Gaethje,
if
God, I don't know, man.
If Ilya does what he's been doing to Arman, that's the closest thing to Islam. So it makes that fight a lot more interesting. If Ilya does what he's been doing to everybody to Arman Tsarukyan is the closest thing to Islam Makhachev.
Right.
So that's why that fight needs to happen.
Arman almost beat Islam, no?
Yeah, I mean, it was a close-ass decision, right?
Yeah.
So that would be that's the fight to make. Prime Dustin beats Ilya, period. Dustin was a bad motherfucker. He was. Shout out Dustin the Diamond. I'm glad we got to see him live.
Me too, and he's getting sober. Good for him. By the way, we were literally at the fucking fight where Connor in Vegas, where Connor snapped his goddamn leg. So Connor's last fight, we were there. Sadly,
Hakeem says.
Well, I just want. What do you think about that?
About what, Dustin?
Yeah, what do you think about that statement?
I would love to see Prime Dustin versus Ilya.
I would love to see it too, man.
I'm enamored by Ilya Topuria at this point.
So I get it, but like I think there is a noticeable size difference there. And Dustin is. Man, he's not bad as far as his takedown defense.
I would still take Ilya. Dustin just can't win the big fight. You know what I mean?
I guess my question is like, I don't know. We haven't really seen Ilya like have to like. We'll see. Yeah. We haven't really seen him like tested by like a high level wrestler, you know.
And then Hakeem again says, if Leon doesn't land that head kick on Kamaru, ...
he's nobody. By the way, do you remember what the narrative was about Leon before that? He's inactive. He's bored. Like he's like sleepy. He's asleep. Like his career is nothing if he doesn't land that.
And then Cherry Fizz says Guru Moggs Joey for real. Hey. shout out both of them. I think
you're talking about Moggs, like
right,
maybe I don't, but yeah, we've gone extensively on that. Just go back in the fucking stream because we've yapped about that a lot.
Masvidal said Islam at 170 is difficult to be. I mean, yeah.
I don't need Masvidal to tell me that. Like, I don't think anybody beats him. I think Islam retires from here on out undefeated. I don't think that's like. I don't think
anyone's beating Islam right now.
I don't think I'm going on. Let me rephrase. I don't think anybody that Islam will actually end up fighting is going to beat him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then Random Cliff says MMA Guru. I think he's saying MMA Guru or MMA Joey. No, we're not fucking team anybody, bro. We were just talking about what the fuck happened.
We were just. We're not like positioning neutral. We were just like, again. I'll just hype it.
Yeah.
I'll just
go for it.
Underline it for you again, real quick. The whole thing started from like first two things, right? Number one, the subject matter is yes, the fucking co-main and main were boring, but it was impressive. So let's get that out of the way. Number two, MMA Guru is after the shock value. That's what he's built his fucking whole business on, right? That's literally what puts food on his fucking table, bro. So you have to understand, like, whether he actually feels like that or not, right? Like, this is what he's gonna do. This is what he's gonna say, and you would too if you're making tens of thousands of dollars off fucking yapping on the internet about your racist shit or whatever. The fact of the matter is, he does say fucked up shit. Again, he does have some good taste. You can't say he doesn't know ball. Like, he does know the sport. He is somebody who consumes the sport and respects it and understands it to some degree. And then he's outlandish and out of his fucking mind on purpose.
But he's influential. You got to throw that in there whenever you're talking about MMA Guru Diaz. Sorry to cut you off.
He's the most influential.
He's the most influential person in the space. But
he's the most influential, and I don't think it's particularly close, to be quite honest with you. And again, that's not to say I disagree or agree with him. I take it bit by bit, right? Like, I can't make overarching statements. That's not like, to me, that's the issue with this fucking community sometimes is like, it's always one or the other, MMA Joey, again, he's been on the show. We've talked to him many times. Like, we're planning to interview him. We've talked about all this. Dino Bam Bam here, my boy right here, has called him a contrarian. He doesn't love that, right? So I think at the end of the day, they're both human doing things that they have to do for different reasons. I mean,
And that's that. Let's move on from that subject. Moyle says if Arman beats Hooker this Saturday, he might be the heir to Islam. Fucking maybe, man. I hope Arman wins.
That I want to see more than anything. And again, I don't like that we were just like, fuck it, fuck Arman.
Yeah,
I think part of it is because he is so fucking rich. So it's just like, fuck you, dude.
But that's the fight I want. Yes. So I'm hoping. I love Dan Hooker, man. I think we all do. But I want Arman to win because I want Arman versus Ilya. I think that's the right fight. Is Ilya top 10 GOAT? He's fucking close, man. He's getting there, dude. He's getting there. The resume is crazy already. And then KK talking shit to Hakeem saying thinking's not your thing. Do something else.
I'm not touching that.
Then we got Moyle. Ilya is a 40.
Fellas. Be nice.
Moyle says Ilya's a 45er and he was having a hard fight against Max at 45. Imagine Max versus Ilya.
Was he having a hard fight though, bro?
But that was Max at 55. So that's a distinction we have to make. It wasn't Max at 45. It was actually Max at 55. Max versus Ilya at 155 and Prime Dustin defeated Max. Like, I know MMA math.
I'm not going to argue against that. I'm not like it just.
Yeah. And then Moyle says MMA Guru is a guy who's never been to an MMA gym. I mean, we seen him with DDP. Hey, I was surprised.
I was surprised. He's tall. He's as tall as he said. And he's like, fucking big kind of boy, bro. Like look, as whether I like him or not, I'm gonna keep it real with you, man. I'm gonna keep it real with you. He's got some good size on him, dude. Does he actually train? I don't know. I mean, I feel like he doesn't. I'm sure he has.
But those combos he was throwing were pretty decent. Like, it looked like he can kind of fucking throw.
I'm saying I'll still whoop his ass. I'll still whoop his ass. I would fight him right now, and he's like,
Look, I'm very confident in myself when it comes to fighting, but I'll be more confident in you knowing the amount that you've trained. And you've done boxing. Man. You've trained boxing. You boxed. You actually boxed. You had fights. You did jiu-jitsu for a number of years. I'm comfortable saying, like, I feel confident in myself, but when it comes to any MMA creator that's not a former UFC guy or whatever, like,
Damn.
I'm picking my boy right here. I'm picking my boy
Damn.
right here in a fist fight. That's all
That's
I'm saying.
crazy, bro. Man, thank you,
That's all
bro.
I'm saying. And that's
Thank you,
Guru,
bro.
that's Joey, that's fucking Kenny. Whoever wants that smoke, I got DS, bro.
Hey, and also I just want to say, if we're already gonna say that, if anybody wants to test it, let me know, bro. I'm fucking that's
down
great
for the
content.
clicks.
I will fight you. So
we're down for the clicks.
yeah,
You know what I'm
dude,
saying?
I'll fucking fight you right now, bro. Like, let me know.
And then Joinub says, is Usman, I'm assuming Usman Nurmagomedov, suitable for debut in the UFC? Is he UFC caliber? Yeah, of course. He's a high-level fighter. Of course
He's
he
a
is.
fucking champion.
I think, I mean, yeah, he's the PFL champion right now. He
He's
would
a
be
champion, yeah.
Usman,
like,
if he were to
dominating
come in,
wins
would
every
fight a
time.
top 10 guy. They would match him up against a top 10 guy.
I think Paul Hughes is too.
Yeah, shout out Paul Hughes. But yeah, I think Usman would get a top 10 guy in his debut.
He's good, man.
Yeah, and
He's a good fucking
Usman
fighter,
is good.
dude.
Fuck yeah, he's good. And like you said,
I
so
would
is
say
Paul
more
Hughes.
entertaining than a lot of these guys.
UFC should do a super fan amateur series. Elaborate 1993 Muth.
I think he was just talking about how you were just saying like well, I was saying like, we were saying like we would fight whoever.
Shit.
Yeah, dude, I would fucking what? I would do the fuck, bro. Should we try to organize that? Like, I would try to organize that. I just don't think,
bro, this
not
fucking
enough people have
community
the
is
balls.
not doing that.
Yeah, not enough people have the balls, bro.
That's it. This community's full of, unfortunately, we follow a tough sport. Every guy that we've mentioned, Islam and Hamzat and Tapuria and Marab and Michael Murat, these are all tough fucking guys.
Yeah, again,
you know who's not tough?
yeah.
The majority of the fucking people that type
Talk
about
about
this shit on Instagram. Fuck you. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Nobody would fucking step into the cage. Nobody would fight. What do you think about Max versus Charles? Give me that. Feed me that shit. BMF title.
Oh, I love that. I'd eat that shit up, dude. I'll eat that shit up, bro. God, I would love to see that.
Give me that at the White House. Give me that anywhere, dog. Anywhere.
Dude, give me that right. Like, give me that ASAP, dude. I need that injected into my veins.
March.
How do you think it goes?
Oh man,
we're it's at 155, obviously.
Decision. It's gonna go to a decision.
Yeah,
and it's gonna be a fucking banger. I don't know.
It's a great matchup. I think
that's such a good fight. The first time around, it ended like prematurely, and that's unfortunate. But that fight fucking slaps now. Like,
God, that'd be such a good fight right now.
And then Hakeem
I think I would pick Max, quite frankly, in a close decision.
Okay. Hakeem says Umar beats Marab at the White House. Maybe we'll see.
No,
we'll see,
bro.
You know what I mean?
Wow, we just saw him.
I'm rooting for my boy.
We just saw, and I'm not a fucking Marab fan like that. He's grown on me a little bit, but like, come on, we just saw him. Like, we just saw that. And it was
then Moyle says more like Poirier versus Charles, in my opinion. Is that what you're saying? You think
that's how the fight would go? Like
style wise? I mean, yeah, maybe. Charles could win that fight. And then this guy says, looking welding without face protection is better than fighting Dagestani. I don't know what that means, brother.
I think he's saying like welding without a face mask is better than fighting a Dagestani. I think he's gassing up Dagestani's damage. I don't know, man.
Yeah, who knows?
Umar had yeah.
And look, Umar is young. Think about this, right? And if you're a Dagestani fan, if you're a Muslim fan, you're a Team Habib fan, you have to think about one thing.
I think those are all one and the same. Just want to say.
Sure, generally speaking, right? But you have to think about this from a logical perspective. Umar is what, 27, 28 years old? If Umar gets another rematch against Marab now in like 5-6 months and he loses to Marab again, he's not getting the title shot for 3-4 years.
I don't think. Yeah, I think for him it might be best to not take that.
So Umar should take his time. He should take 5-6 months off. He should win himself another fight, and Umar should hope that Marab is less active. That way he can get older and remain champion. And then maybe you take him out when he's a little older with some more miles on him. That's my thought. And then Join Up says, can Marab be a double champ? I don't know.
No, not because
he could beat Volk. Look, he could beat Volk.
But it's not because he can't do it. It's just because he won't go in Aljo's weight class. Like,
right. So there's that aspect. I think he could beat Volk, but Volk is retiring in February, most likely. And then I don't know how he fares against a lot of those bigger guys, man. Like a Gene Silva matchup is bad news for Marab. A matchup versus Diego Lopez. I don't know that I like Marab in that one. Mofsar is a tough fucking matchup for Merab. So I don't know that I love the fights.
Again, Merab is tiny, bro.
And then Moyle says, I'm a Muslim and I love Team Dagestan. I love to watch their wrestling Sambo style, but I don't think that Umar beats Merab. Merab's got a similar style, right? And that's one thing. That's the rivalry with Georgia and Dagestan right now. I think a lot of it comes from they're very similar people, the same mountains and the same upbringing and Greco-Roman and Sambo and all that stuff. And right now we see in the UFC, the Caucasus region is dominating because of what they have there. It's that training in Sambo. It's that training in Greco-Roman. It's the fighting culture. It's the mountainside living, high elevation. Those fighters, they fucking got it, man. That's the best region in the world now.
They're different. Oh, that's not, I don't think it's fucking close at all. Like,
you know,
first of all, you have to realize that's not a big fucking region. Like, it's insane, dude.
And then Davey says this, Dino, and this is what we were talking about. Religion has nothing to do with martial arts.
I agree.
1,000%, man. And martial arts is supposed to be, the way that martial arts is supposed to be is it's a clean, pure thing. It's about my skills versus your skills, my training versus your training. And that's the beauty of martial arts, right? It's what can I do to defeat my opponent in whatever, in this fight, in this match, whatever it is. The problem is, and the reason that we're talking about it here and the title is the way that it is because unfortunately that's where we're at in society. And society has fucking pulled its way into MMA. And that's the problem right now. This MMA Joey versus MMA Guru beef is based on religion. The hate that the MMA Guru is getting is based on religion. I'm not saying who's right or who's wrong, but religion has found its way into this sport. And I do believe it's a two-sided alley. I don't think.
Look what Moyle just said. I think that's exactly right.
One more time, DS.
Look at what Moyle just said. The last comment.
He says both are Caucasus.
No, after that.
Oh, Conor versus Habib introduced religion into MMA. Yeah.
Yes.
Of course. And we mentioned that. I don't know how long you've been here, Moyle.
Yeah.
But
we literally talked about that earlier. That's exactly right. And it is a fucking bummer. Like.
What, and a lot of fighters always say it. George Masvidal said it a couple times this week. There's a couple lines you don't cross. Everything is fair game in fighting. We're going to fucking fight. So talk shit. Don't talk about my family. Don't talk about my religion. And I think just in life, that's a good fucking rule. You know what I mean? Don't talk about a man's family. Don't talk about a man's religion. Everything else, whatever, man. If we're selling a fight, we're selling a fight. Again, though, I just want to stress that ugliness has found its way into this space. And the problem with it, and this
is not going away, unfortunately.
It's not going away. But the problem with what I'm about to say, DS, is, again, I want to clarify and not have this be taken in any sort of wrong way. But the hate and the animosity comes from both sides. However, each side is justifying their side. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it's like, you can't do that, man. You have to be able to kind of pull yourself out of a situation and understand that this person is saying this because of this, and maybe I'm saying this because of this. The whole fucking thing with the Muslim fighters are getting hate Islam and Hamzat specifically, and we'll leave Valentina out of it. She's not Muslim. She's also a woman. So that's kind of, to another point.
She needs some blame for the shit that she be pulling too, but yeah.
Sure, but my point is the Muslim fighters are getting attacked for these two performances. I'll repeat what I was saying earlier. I think Islam Makhachev is the best fighter on the planet. I think rightfully so. He is number one pound for pound. I think Hamzat Chimaev is the scariest fighter in the UFC. And he's also rightfully deserved his top 3 or 4 spot in the pound for pound. That guy is unbelievable. What he did is fucking unbelievable. But those fighters are so goddamn good, but they put on 2 boring performances. And that's okay. You can be happy that they won their fight. You can root for them. You can be happy that even if they won a boring fight, that's okay. It's your guy. You're allowed to root for him. But you should also be able
but you can't convince me that it's fun.
Yeah, you should also be able to pull back and say it was boring. So again, DS, you've made this example a bunch of times. You're from Bosnia. Half your family's Muslim. So you
half
understand
Christian.
that side. Right. I'm a Christian Middle Eastern, so I understand the clash of the two religions very well. But that aside, we were at the Hamzat Chimaev Dricus Duplessis fight.
Oh,
we were
dude.
there.
Yeah.
We paid
and also the press conference.
We were at all that. We were there the whole week. We paid $700 each for our tickets. That's 2, so 700 and 700, and we bought 6 more. at
Yeah.
$700, and we gave two
That's
tickets away.
That's $5,600. Yeah, we gave away 2 tickets.
And we gave away 2 tickets to followers of this channel. By the way, like and subscribe for more shit like that. So
Yeah.
we spent all that goddamn money on it, and the card was so fun. We had a great time. And then for the main event to disappoint you like that is unfortunate, man. So I think it's okay to root for Islam. I think it's very okay to be happy with what he did, the accomplishment that he did, becoming a 2-division champion. Awesome. And you can love him for that. And you can love him for anything you want to love him for. But you should be able to say that it was boring. Again, DDP deserves blame. JDM deserves blame. They should have fucking done more if they wanted to win that fight. It's just be objective. That's all I'm saying. And, you know, I don't really want to touch religion too much in this MMA space, but unfortunately we're here. Thoughts, DS?
Look, I'll just say one thing. To me, the mark of an educated person or an intelligent person is like the ability to change your mind and the ability to be able to understand somebody else with a different opinion. Like, those are 2 marks of an intelligent person to me. So do with that information what you will, right? Like, I think we can all do better in that area, and especially this community, and especially in the microcosm of what we've been talking about today in the shit with MMA Joey and MMA Guru. Yeah, that's really all I got to say. I think that very well summarizes to me like how I feel about it.
Yeah. And then Davey kind of harps back to another point you made earlier, which is everybody hated the Gracies. They were winning all the fights at the beginning. And it's kind of fucked up that MMA has evolved so much since those days, right? The early days was literally all that. It was what style's the best? Is it boxing? Is it karate? Is it judo? Is it jiu-jitsu? And it turned out it was jiu-jitsu by a fucking
but bro, just like fucking NBA 2K, just like Fortnite, just like Apex, whatever fucking video game you play, there's always a new meta, right? So there was always a meta. Like, you know what I mean? Like, at a time it was boxing, at a time it was fucking jiu-jitsu. Now it's wrestling. Fucking the Dagestani style of wrestling, right? Like,
and these things come in
unfortunate. Like, when it's boxing, it's still fun. When it's jiu-jitsu, at the timing that it happened, it was like, oh, this is still fucking like whoa, these guys are making people like quit, you know?
Because it was new.
But now that we've seen everything, right? So like the style is just objectively boring. Sorry. Like,
yeah, that's just what it is, man. And again, we're not wrestling haters or anything like that, but it's just kind of unfortunate that that's where we're at right now in terms of the MMA space. It went from being jiu-jitsu, jiu-jitsu being this thing that was dominating everything. And then everybody kind of caught up with the jiu-jitsu. Then, like you said, it became these strikers. And now we're in an era of wrestling, but objectively that's boring.
Like Moyle said, yeah, it just so happened. And it's the new meta. I'm not denying that. I don't know. I have a lot of things to say about a lot of things. I'm a fucking yapper, as you can tell. I don't know. I don't have the answer to what's the solution to, like, style wise. Like, what's the counterattack to wrestling? I don't fucking know, bro. I cannot figure it out. Like, so like, it's not like we've seen guys with great takedown defense. Eventually, you go down. Like,
right. That's just what it is. And my solution to it, KK's asking about it in the chat. I think there's a very simple solution here.
Yeah,
like, number one,
you said this earlier. Like,
but let's talk about this for a second, though. In any sport, generally what happens is think about football. I don't know how many of you guys are football fans, NFL, American football, but the Wildcat came out, and that was such a impressive thing.
That's a great point.
And, the Dolphins were doing it, and it was unstoppable. And then the next year, the Patriots started fucking doing it, and all these other teams started doing it. And eventually the Wildcat became obsolete. Like, nobody...
Yeah, but it was still more of a novelty. You know what I mean? Like,
but still, after 2 years, it was fucking moot. Nobody was doing it, right? So they figured it out. In this sport, it might take a little longer to figure things out. Eventually, they get figured out. Like, I know that a lot of jokes...
You know why, Dino? It's because it's fucking survival. Like, it's not just like, oh, let's win this game. It's literally like, I'm gonna get fucking hurt. Like, what is my best? Like, we as humans are literally programmed for self-preservation. What the fuck? Like, this guy's literally trying to fucking kill me, dude. Like, so there's another level to it. It's not just like, oh, like the new meta in football is fucking the Wildcat. It's like, there's the aspect of like, you're literally,
I'm getting
hurt. Die. Like, I don't want to be asleep like on TV.
So here's my thought process. I think eventually it's going to come, the changing of the guard. However, I think it's already almost here, right? Like, I know a lot of jokes have been made about Craig Jones, but you can't discredit what Volkanovski was able to do against Islam in that first fight. And a lot of that was attributed to Craig Jones. Now, it didn't work the second time. Obviously, again, Islam did what he did. And in this fight, it didn't work with JDM. But maybe JDM's just not Alexander Volkanovski. I don't think anybody would argue that.
And
right?
every fight that we see Islam after, it's like, dude, what is Volk made of, bro? But,
right. So eventually a fighter that's good, that understands the system, will be able to implement the system and beat it. And it's not like the Dagestanis are undefeated. I mean, we've seen them lose fights. We saw a Team Habib guy get knocked out by Sergio Pettis a couple weeks ago.
We saw Marab, but he's another guy from the Caucasus, though. But we saw him beat Umar, obviously. But
right, and it happens. So it's closing. That gap is closing. But anyways, as for me, as to if the solution isn't fucking deal with it, and we'll cross that bridge when we get there. Eventually, someone's gonna figure it the fuck out, and that'll be that. If we're talking rule changes, what needs to happen is no more stalling. Stalling needs to go. They need to be tight about it. 30 seconds in a position with no advancing, no actual, brutal ground and pound, no real submission attempts. You get stood up. You get warned after.
Okay, hold that. Let me ask you this.
Yeah.
Like, how are we going to track that? Or is it going to be like a clock, like an actual clock, or it's more? You're telling me more like a feel,
a referee's discretion kind of thing.
Okay,
which I know.
So now we have the variable of the referee, right? So like,
yeah. But you need to but still, DS, I think if you make it a thing where it's out there and the public knows about it, and it's a 10-15 second clock, right? We're talking 10 to 15 seconds of not advancing. Like, if you're laying in half guard for 15 seconds, no significant strikes, no submission attempt, no attempt to advance your position. Like, if you're in half guard and you're not attempting to get to side control, or you're not raining down ground and pound, or you're not going for a sub after 15 seconds, then it's a warning. In the next 10 seconds, if you don't fix that.
But I would even say it has to be more than not landing a strike. It has to be more than landing.
No, I'm not saying a strike, significant strike.
A significant strike, yeah. Like,
well, the thing has always been work
towards the shit that Hamzat was doing a DDP like this. Like, I don't need to see that.
Right, and that's chest to chest and shit. Like, chest to chest, chest to back. Like, quick warnings, quick stand-ups. We saw.
But I just want to say, again, I still don't think you eliminate the issue with, like, again, it'll happen more in title fights. Like, if it's referee discretion, they're gonna be more.
Yeah, but fucking be better, man.
Yeah, at least be better. At least be better.
It's be better, and then DS, every other sport in the world, whether you're a soccer fan, a basketball fan, a baseball fan, an NFL fan, these referees get graded. They get graded every game. They get graded every season. And if your performance falls below a certain level, you get fucking suspended. And if you get suspended, you're on a short leash after that. They will fucking fire you.
More accountability all around.
I don't have a problem with Mark Goddard or Herb Dean or fucking Jason Herzog doing whatever they're doing. But if we see that, like, we put a committee together and they're like, yep, he fucked up here, a couple warnings and a suspension, man. And then all of a sudden you fix that fucking problem. And the UFC has this little monopoly, man, and it's fucked up because they claim the commission is picking the refs. You can't tell me that the commission in China is bringing Herb Dean, is making you bring Herb Dean. There's millions of Chinese refs. They do their fights there all the time. Yep. Why is Mark Goddard in UFC Iowa, dog? You think Iowa was just like, we need him here?
Yeah.
Like, no.
Also, I was going to say, you're like, I don't have any problems with Mark Goddard. You literally made a video literally ethering Mark Goddard.
Yeah, I know. But, you get what I'm saying, right?
No, I get what you're saying.
Davey says, or two refs work at the ringside working together. Something like that, man. Some shit like that.
Look, but I hate to do this to you guys, but this is like the cynic in me. You know what my next question is? Who is sanctioning the refs? Who is sanctioning then the two? You know what I mean? Like there's always somebody next, like, who's involved. So, but anyway, but you're right. I think more accountability all around is really what we need.
G Classic back in the chat saying, did you guys see the statement Dana made about Ngannou being a bad guy because he pulled him back to ask for a fight bonus? How dare he, though? And so what the hell is John Jones a saint? No, I don't think
you're not ready. Hold on.
Go.
You're about to see the craziest glazing you've ever seen in your entire life. For unwarranted. Go ahead, please.
Absolutely not. You read that wrong as fuck, DS. Look.
Oh, I'm sorry.
This is not. It's
just the fact that you keep telling me that, like, because I asked you this, like, how did you get offered $30 million that you asked for? They accepted it, and you're like, nah.
No, that's not what he's referring to.
Oh, okay. I misunderstood then.
Yeah, he's referring to the situation with Francis Ngannou. Dana White was on a podcast and said that Francis Ngannou grabbed him by the collar and
Wait,
pulled
oh,
him.
he did?
Yeah, he grabbed him by the collar, pulled him in, and basically demanded a $50K bonus after one of his fights.
Whoa, I didn't know that.
And that
I did not
supposedly
know
he
that.
grabbed like Sean Shelby or Mick Maynard, one of the guys with
Holy
from the
shit.
back of their shirt, like on
When
some
did Dana
threatening
say
shit.
that? That's recent?
Yeah, it was like yesterday or today.
Oh, I didn't hear that.
That's fucked up.
crazy.
Yeah, I mean, like, who the fuck is Francis Ngannou? Like, I understand who he is. I know he's one of the best heavyweights of all time.
Just like, bro, that's not good business.
But it's like, brother, that's your boss.
That's your boss. Yeah. What
That's
are you doing?
like, you don't do that shit.
And then now you're like, oh, please take me back. That's insane.
Yeah, you don't fucking get that shit. And he's saying
You can't do
Francis
that.
isn't nice.
That's fucking crazy, dude.
Like,
How about this? If I at some point I lost my fucking mind, I decided I'm gonna grab my boss like this. I would have along with that thought have accepted like I'm fired. Like
right.
I'm fired and I'm done. Like I'm not coming back here. So,
and then this guy's just, I would like to fight with John Jones. Like, brother, you're not fighting John Jones, dog. That's not fucking happening, dog. And you're not getting Aspinall, you're not getting John Jones. Like, you're in the PFL right now, and that's where you're fucking staying, unfortunately.
Hey, that fucking got me, dude.
You know what I'm
that
saying?
really got me, bro. Shit.
Heavyweight's a fucking disaster, as Joinub says.
Oh,
yeah, man.
Dude. No, we talk about that so much here. Heavyweight is an absolute disaster.
I fucking despise it, and I just despise the state of MMA right now.
Yeah,
Dana White has lots of Irish goons.
The state of the whole thing. The state of us, all of us.
Yep. Yeah, Dana White's a fucking gangster, bro. Like, he comes from a legit background. Like, Dana White's plugged up, and he's a billionaire, so he's more plugged up now.
Brother, even if he wasn't if he wasn't insanely successful like he is, if I heard this man speak and he speaks the same way that he does now, like, dude, he's fucking inspirational, bro. Like, you might think he's a dick, you might think this and that, he should pay fighters more, whatever it is. Like, he's a dog, bro.
Yeah, don't fuck with Dana, bro. It's crazy that the MMA community, like, after all the shit that Dana gets talked about him, it's weird that the MMA community's like fucking glued to him, though.
He's got a weird immunity, bro. Like,
that's Uncle Dana, you know what I mean?
Yeah, literally.
And then we got to touch on this since KK's throwing it out there. Dagestan uses Dana. It's not Dagestan.
It's money, brother.
It's Abu Dhabi, and it's the Abu
It's
Dhabi
Muslim. Yeah, it's Islam, and it's more than it's Arabs. It's Arab money that's now just flooding into all kinds in every sport. Cristiano Ronaldo literally went to fucking Saudi Arabia, dude. Like, do we understand how big of a deal that is? That's
10 years ago, you would have been like, you're out of your fucking mind.
Yeah,
Ronaldo is gonna go play in an
Arab
league.
How about this? There's the Live tournament. They've purchased golf.
Yeah.
Okay. The how about the WWE has Crown Jewel, an actual whole ass pay-per-view event. And I don't know if you guys may not like WWE. It's still massive. Yeah. It's $1 billion industry. Like, literally, like,
there's interest in an NFL team now.
NFL team. Boxing
is owned by Turkey Al Sheikh.
Boxing is owned by Turkey Al Sheikh. And then also UFC, obviously Dana's in there. They're in his pocket now, right? And then that's just the things that we know. Yeah. And if you don't think that there's things that we don't know, like, come on, bro. Like, that's
the shit that kills me when people are like, you're a conspiracy theorist. Like, brother, there's fucking millions and millions of dollars involved. Like, what do you mean I'm a conspiracy? Like, obviously there's some shit going on.
Literally, look, I humans are fantastic. Like, the best species there is, I think. I couldn't possibly argue otherwise. There's people we mean nothing. Like, we literally mean less than nothing. They are playing with, like, things that we've never seen, you know? So, and if you don't think that, like, bro, think about if you and I created the world, would we not set it up for ourselves and our families? Like, come on, man. Again, we are humans. We're programmed for self-preservation. Don't make me get fucking philosophical, bro.
I'm saying, bro, this deep-ass stream, we're talking about philosophy, religion.
We should cut it off.
What else are we fucking talking about? Rhonda's the queen. Watch your mouth, says Davey. And then, real quick, G Classic says, honestly, Francis back in the UFC will be exciting. Of course, it'll be exciting.
I would love to see it.
It's just, it's not gonna fucking happen.
It's not happening.
Unfortunately, and we've been saying this forever, DS. John Jones, Francis Ngannou, Tom Aspinall, this trio, we will never see either one of them fight
None
the
of
other
them.
one.
They're never fighting each other.
And that's fucked up. And that's sad, but that's where we're at today in fucking society. And it's unfortunate.
Period.
Type shit. And DS, we got anything else, bro? We're about to get off here.
I feel like we've said too much, honestly. So let's just.
Are we gonna get canceled now? I don't know. I'm just saying.
Not that we're not. I don't give a fuck about that. I'm just saying we're just yapping, bro. Shout out to all you guys, dude. Thank you so much for hopping in. Genuinely appreciate it. I had an actual good time talking to you guys.
Yeah.
If you're not subscribed by now, what are you doing, bro? Damn. Like, what the fuck else do you want from us? Like and subscribe. Follow us on Instagram. Get us to 2,000 boys. Tell your friends. Tell your friends, even if they're casuals. We'll break some shit down. Again, we're second in the creator challenge. The handle on Instagram is the same as it is here on YouTube at the 107MMA. That's it.
Boom. So like, follow, subscribe, all of that. Couple quick shout outs before we hop off, DS, and a little couple house cleaning notes. Number one, tomorrow we will be on, most likely alive, doing our full card breakdown. So we're going to talk about that if you guys are interested.
Stop. Hamid here is capping, right?
I don't know. We haven't been on Instagram in a couple hours, brother. Let's take a look.
Don't say that, bro. Don't say that.
Yeah, I don't see it, dog. I feel like it would be the first thing as soon as I opened.
Somebody else would have said it, I feel like, in the chat.
All I'm seeing is Waldo Cortez Acosta and fucking.
Don't come in here way too hot right now, bro. Getting me fucking shook.
Right. So, hey, we're going to be doing our full card breakdown tomorrow. So if you guys are interested in that, follow us, subscribe, ring the bell, all that. We are super goddamn accurate, over 70% on the year. We're both disgusting with these picks. And then secondly, follow us on Instagram, do all that. Shout out to No Bromo MMA. I'm going to link his thing when this video actually drops. And then shout out to Fight Society. I was on No Bromo today, and then Fight Society shouted us out in his video. Really appreciate that. Shout out Wyatt.
Thank you, bro.
Yeah. So that was it. I hope you guys enjoyed. We will talk to you guys tomorrow as this guy Hamid throws a cap on there, like telling us he's fucking capping. So thank you guys so much for watching.
Thanks, guys.
Peace.